فول میدم سخت نیست لااقل برای تو راحت باش. We're going to one today? Today's one, right? One. Uno. انشورت دارم من فول میدم سخت نیست لااقل برای تو راحت باش. هیچی به جز تو منو یاده هیچ فکر یکی از من خبر داره راحت برو هیچی حواسش نیست به قولیدم سختی از تو دنیای تو راحت باش هیچ کس نمیاد جای تو بشوره دارم من. Go on, baby. You're the best player. Sounds better. I got sound better. Music to my ears, baby. Keep singing. Sing it. Sing it. Sing it. More. Right. Bravo. Nice concert. Everybody welcome. We're going to have a great concert. Give it a second. Yeah. Hey, do you remember your sleep last night? You landed on the box? Remember your sleep last night? Be it south. Just that sound. It'll be that statement. I hear that. But go there and take it. Hear that song. You can dance that song, you'll hear it. It's pretty good. Hear that other song there. Hey, he dancing now. The ones who had that experience. That'll give you goosebumps. That kind of scary me. It's a frequency like that. It would sound like that. You hear it, so it agitates. Goes like this. Goes like you sleep. You wake up. Heard that? It would be like that. Weird alarm. And think of a bunch of hits. Yeah. All of them though. We're gonna start right after this. We're dancing with you.
Hiçbir dostunla yodeşiz. Bekardaki yasman haber doğru.
Only listen to the other song. Oh. Good enough. Make it stronger. Yeah. It scares others. That's how you fight them. I would try right after the time. Wow. Whoa, we're so lucky to be here, everybody. Welcome to AZD IMC Nation, International Ministers of Christ Nation. I have no water in my mouth. I'm fully sucked dry. I wonder what I look like. Today, we're going to go until 1 o'clock. And today, we're not going to just talk about relationships today, everybody. We're going to talk about anything that you feel is holding you back, okay? I'm going to be using the book, the Holy Bible, and the teachings of Jesus Christ as an example, and using called the Holy Spirit in this, okay? And the Holy Spirit is a gift that Jesus Christ gave to all the followers that would follow his path to the Lord in this book. I do know that there are different levels of gods. I know that. I know there's angels and I know demons. I live in that world. That's what I exist in. I've always existed in that world as a kid. And I've always been protected. And so anyways, we're going to be using this because I know for sure whatever blocks you have in your life or feeling of oppression or smallerness, doubt, fears, insecurities, addiction, hatred, anger, jealousy, envy, passion. We'll talk about that later. Okay. All of that I know, and I give you my word that we can talk about it today, and you're going to be much more free of it, possibly totally released of it, at least for today. But this is work you have to do on yourself, okay? This is work you have to do on yourself. So one of my girlfriends, you know, she's very beautiful, very high level model. When I met her, she was a very high level model, but modeling is evil. So she had texted me that her friends are inviting her on a boat ride and this and that, right? And something you'll notice in your life, especially ladies, is when you're doing really well, other girls will suddenly start inviting you to some big place, right? This happens to girls a lot, right? They start to feel really good. They get social around their friends, and then suddenly there's a big trip planned somewhere or a big fucking something, right? And this always causes conflict in any relationship you're in, by the way, right? Nobody wants their fucking girlfriend to go on a big girls anything, right? So anyways, I just want to show you the answer I gave her. I said to tell her friend, I said, tell her you're working on your spiritual path right now, and it's not the right time to go. It's the work of all the devils around you. They always plan these trips and burn your light away. Be polite and say, no, thank you, then get back to working on you, okay? So we're all working on ourselves every day, right? We're committed to it. We do it 24 hours a day. You also should do it 24 hours a day. You really should, because it's because you're suffering, right? And there's a way to not suffer and feel good. And the only reason that you're suffering is because you have a lot of evil around you, like a lot, okay? And you know it, but you feel like maybe you're walking through a zoo and all the evil is locked up behind the cage because it looks like it's locked up behind the cage, but that's not what it is, right? You're walking and the cages are wide open, right? And when you start seeing it, you'll start to, one thing that will happen is if you're a woman, you're not gonna want to go out. And I know it sounds crazy, right? But you're not gonna want to go out. Not like you want to go out, but you don't go out. You're not gonna want to go out when you see what you're surrounded by, right? And then you get an idea like, well, what am I supposed to do? That idea is a commercial in your head that you bought, right? You're not supposed to do anything besides become the individual that you're meant to become. And since you don't know who that is, because you've been trying to figure it out, right? We're going to get to a point where it's going to be very easy for you to know who you are, what you're doing, where you're coming from, okay? So I like to always start like this with my own testimony of what's happened for myself following the teachings of Christ and the Holy Bible. For myself, I'm a man who sits without fear, without insecurity or doubt. I have no jealousy. I have no plans. I'm free of money. I've overcome money like it doesn't matter. I'm free of lust. I don't have lust, whether it's for food or sex or gambling or business or basketball or martial arts or yoga or meditation or art or music or goddamn, take it in any form. I have no pull in my soul towards anything like that, okay? So it's very nice. I don't have any problems with women, just zero, but I have multiple girlfriends, okay? I have more than 2 girlfriends. And I have no problems with them. I also enjoy my time with women. If there's anything else. Yeah, I don't watch what I eat ever. I eat whenever. I'm not subject to time in my life. Besides, this starts here, this ends here. Let's meet here, right? For example, what I mean by that is I don't have a schedule of sleeping, but because of my work, I have to get up at a certain time to make sure I do my work, which is what I'm doing right now. But sleep is not scheduled with time for me. Food is not scheduled as breakfast, lunch, or dinner, or calories, or whatever. So I'm free of that, right? I also don't work out physically. I do dance, and my dance is a form of worship, and it's been since I was a kid. I do sing, and that's what I do. I talk a lot, okay? I feel incredible. And also, I'm here as a challenge to all the men in the world. Okay, all the men, you and everybody else. And I'm challenging you on something. Okay, it starts like this. It starts as a challenge because I would never want to listen to a man who didn't have something I wanted. Now, everything I said, you want more than anything, but it's not real to you that somebody could actually be this way, or you can't even measure what it would be like. So it's kind of like a bunch of words on a book, right? But what you can measure is such. I, as a man, am better than any man on the planet at having beautiful women fall madly in love with me, change their lives for the better, and have them overcome their bullshit and have a happy life with me. There you go. That's my challenge to the entire world, okay? And what I would like you to do eventually, because we're going to do this for as long as we do it, is to bring some experts on, relationship experts, ministers, people you know that, you know, are really good with women or stuff like that, okay? Because I want to show you that the one thing that all men want is women over anything. Men want women over anything, just so you know. Women want security and protection over anything. They don't want love. They want security and protection over anything, right? They could be loved by somebody who they don't feel secure and protected by. They're not feeling good, right? And because women are seeking love and supposedly love and money, because they think that if he loves her the way she wants him to, see, she thinks that if he loves her the way she thinks he should love her, he's secure. That's not true. Okay, we're a bunch of men. I'll tell you that's not true. Second thing she thinks as a woman is if she has enough money, she's secure, right? So I have a couple of girlfriends that make thousands of dollars every week. Thousands of dollars every week. Okay? And they are miserably broke, not just financially, mentally, right? Physically, and worst of all, spiritually. Get that? So money doesn't bring security. Having a man marry you doesn't bring security. Having him say he loves you, having him move in with you doesn't bring security. So that means the security you're seeking may be a false sense of security fed to you by all the evil people around you. Okay? So that's for women. For men, men want women. Now, men want sex, but not really. That's also not true. That's also not true. Okay? Men actually want a woman to be under them because that was the order of God. That we actually want in our spiritual DNA, I say genes, you know, you have to do this and that. Our spiritual DNA consists of such. We, in our spiritual DNA, to feel fulfilled as a man in relationship, right? Because a man could just not have a woman for the rest of his life, he'd be okay with it, okay? But in regards to women, it's not sex that he wants. Although you'll see, I'll take every man and take him to the point where he is going after sex. And how many times he's gotten that sex and he still doesn't have what he wants. So just like the women, he is seeking the wrong thing, okay? So men actually simply want what they really want. It's a righteous woman. What does that mean? A woman who doesn't want to be a slut or a whore. She may be right now. Who isn't right now? Except my girlfriend. Not all of them, like 3 of them. Maybe. If he has a woman who wants to also, like him, improve in life, get better in life, become spiritual in life, and she listens to him completely, no argument. I mean completely, right? Then he's fulfilled. Whether or not he has sex with her, it doesn't matter at all. Okay? Now, that's my hypothesis, right? We're going to test it later today. So I'm really excited and ready. Although my body right now is about to go into sleep mode. No, not my face and eyes. The rest of my body. Almost a full rest, yeah. Which is nice. Okay, who's on?
Garulus.
Hello.
You have the ability without doing it.
Yeah.
Hold on, Mer. Your body can go into a state of rest while you, right? You just a little bit, okay? What's up, man? How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing well. How are you doing today?
Doing really good, thank you. Feel great.
Yeah, that's good to hear. Yeah. So I mean, I guess my question is that like over time I have noticed that that my social skills have improved, a lot. However, like despite that, I still notice that in general, like in my like general interactions, like I still have a lot of trouble when it comes to like gaining like basic rapport. It's kind of like it's like a lot of time it seems like I'm having a decent conversation, and then
Yeah.
it's like that's like people like are like okay, and then they like I don't know how to describe it, like avoid or ignore.
What's the second word?
I think it goes well.
Ignore?
Wait, what?
You said avoid or what?
Like ignore or something.
Ignore. Okay. Avoid, not void, like nothingness.
Yeah,
Avoid, right?
yeah, like avoid or ignore or something.
They avoid you and ignore you, or you avoid and ignore them?
Well, I just mean like I think the conversation goes well,
Uh-huh.
and then it's like okay. I think the best way for me to put it is like it's like they don't really like want to go back to like talking to me or continue the conversation. I would say that would
Right.
be the best way to put it.
I know that's frustrating as shit, bro. I know exactly how that is. Okay, let me ask you a few questions to help you, okay? They're gonna seem random, but my mind works very, very differently, okay? And we'll get to it. So let me see. We have a question online afterwards. Okay, so let me ask you a few random questions because I have this crazy imagination, and just answer as truthfully as you can, okay?
Sounds good.
What do you think about insects? You like insects, or do you hate insects, or do you not care about insects?
Insects? Yeah, no, I don't like them. No.
So when you were a kid and you would walk around, were you like disgusted by insects, or did you like insects?
Oh no, I always like hated them. No.
Ever since a little boy, right?
Yeah.
Did you extra hate them?
No, I wouldn't say like extra. I'd say like I mean spiders. Like I hated spiders like a lot.
Everybody hates
Not
spiders,
like
man.
not like extra hate like every single insect on like the planet.
No,
But
no. What about like things like grasshoppers, but like a little longer, like praying mantises and things like that? What do you think about those? The walking sticks, they're called. What do you think about those? What do you think
well,
about
praying mantis. I mean honestly, I think those are like kind of cool. Like not bad. Like not all insects, but
Yeah.
but
All right.
those are
Well,
okay.
but you like those, right? But you hate the other one. Okay, cool. What the fuck does
Yeah, I
that
mean, I
do?
guess it depends.
Yeah. Okay. So, you know, um, you know the feeling you get when you think about the insects you don't like,
Yeah, I know the feeling. Yeah.
right? Do you know the feeling when you think about the insects you don't like? Do you know that feeling?
Yeah, that's like the repulsive feeling, I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're talking to people, do you notice that feeling come up at all inside of you from them towards you or no? And you try to push it away? Do you get that repulsive from them? Like you didn't use the word repulsive earlier. You said avoid and ignore. How about this one? Are you talking to them some point you feel like there were the way you felt about insects, it shows up in the conversation, in the feeling at all? Look carefully, okay?
Yeah,
Because
I mean, I believe it's definitely like definitely possible.
well,
I
look at
mean,
it. It's a very specific feeling towards insects you have, repulsive, right? And it wouldn't make sense if you're talking to somebody, conversation is going good. I'm asking, when suddenly you feel that negative something, right? And it surprises you, right? Because you're doing good socially. That feeling of insect-like repulsion, do you for a moment sense that from the other person at all?
I'm from my current recollection, I believe so. Like
So
a
it's a,
subtle feeling,
would
like
you,
a
yeah,
subtle feeling.
subtle. Would it be a yes or a no?
I mean, I would definitely lean towards a yes.
Don't lean, just go to it. Yes or no?
Okay,
Leaning
yeah,
is like
yes. Yeah,
this. All
yes.
right. All right. So that's interesting, right? Because maybe you hadn't looked at it before that they're not ignoring, right? They're not avoiding. Maybe you're feeling like they're kind of disgusted and repulsed by you for a moment. Is that true? It's not bad. I'm going to help you fix it. I'm telling you why you can't get it going, right? So if that feeling is true, you got to tell me it is. If I'm wrong, then we move on, okay? So do you know that repulse? Do you get that from them for a second and it surprises you? Like you're gross and you're like, what the fuck? I'm not even gross.
Okay, yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yeah.
That's so nice. What do you think, Gio? Gio, have I missed so far? Do they have any idea where I can start and where I can end? You guys have no clue. So this is the gift. This is one of the many gifts, right, that I've received through the Holy Spirit. And listen, I sit here telling people I have supernatural ability. I do it every day, but I'm not a magician because I don't know how I do it. Okay. But I know I have it, right? And since it's not me doing it, it's coming through me, right? So now let's go. What do you think about that, bro? That feeling of repulsion? Because I believe at that moment, you're on your best behavior when this happens. It's a surprise when it happens, right? It's not like you have bad breath at that moment. It's not like you did something violating, but suddenly there's almost like it would feel like this, bro. It would feel like a warm air that goes in your face, but like that, right? Is that what do you think about that is happening when you talk to women, right? Are you talking about women right now?
I'm talking about like people in general.
Okay, but don't talk about in general.
Just,
Let's look at women. Let's look at women for a second. Does that happen with women? Does it happen with women more often than people in general?
I mean, yeah, it definitely happens like a lot with women. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And that's actually what you want to fix, right? So what is it looking at it right now for the first time, saying it out loud and not having any ego about it, okay? Let me tell you what happens when you talk to women, okay? As of right now, it's been happening, but you're going to fix it, okay? What's been happening is when you talk to women, at some point, they actually feel repulsed by you, the way you feel repulsed about certain insects, right? So now, ready? Look at it. Just look that's happening when you talk. Isn't that fucking weird?
Yeah, it's weird.
Right? What do you think is so fucking disgusting about you? Is there something so gross about you we should know?
I mean, well, to be honest, in the past, I did actually have like 5 years ago, like I did have a negative affirmation in my head. Like I would I would notice that I would be like approaching, like, especially since I was first starting out, with doing approaches. Like I would have like hundreds of approaches in a row and get rejected by like every single one of them. I would like tell myself that I am repulsive because of it. So I guess it kind of became like a feedback loop. So because of my bad.
Have you been running the words, I'm repulsive?
Yeah, that same exact word, to be honest. Yeah.
Wow. That's a wow, isn't it? Yeah. We're gonna pause for a second. I'm gonna come back to you. Zoom out. All right. Ladies and gentlemen watching online, if you've been tracking this man going anywhere else, talking to anybody else about the question he asked, it would actually be impossible to be where we are right now, which is he has been running what he called the mantra. I'm going to show you what it actually is. He's been running a sentence, and he said exactly the words repulsive. And I want everybody online to just observe what a miracle would look like. How did we get those words right now? Exactly. From insect to spider to grasshopper to praying mantis to all the people talking to you, to avoiding, to ignoring, to moving into repulsive, to what's disgusting about you, to, well, 4 or 5 years ago, I would approach hundreds of women, and I was saying the sentence, I'm repulsive to myself, over and over and over and over. The one with the golden cross, AZD Angel 1, if you're listening, unmute and speak about what you saw and your experience of it. If not, I'm going to move on to the next. Give it a second.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, obviously. Tell me more than that. I don't
Yeah.
want one when you guys speak, okay? We all know it's a miracle. Now speak about it.
Yeah, I mean, just to bring out the exact experience of the person
Listen, the
is just,
exact sentence that sentenced man's good soul to hell.
yeah.
What do you think about that?
I mean, for me, it just shows me what's possible, like what you're able to do. And I think that that's incredible. It's kind of, I don't have too many more words on it than that.
Exactly. Thank you. All right. The one that says AZD Angel 3. Obviously, they're my fans. Woo, Rockstar. AZD Angel 3, if you're listening, go.
Hi.
Hi. Were you watching? What do you think about all that?
I think it makes sense how, because he was running that in his head, he's now getting the results. And I think because you were able to pinpoint it, you could fix it quickly.
Yeah, but what do you think about the pinpointing it, dummy? What do you think I'm saying?
I think that's
No shit,
amazing.
I want to fix it. What?
I think that's amazing that you were able to do that.
About that. Of course I'm going to fix it.
I said, I think it's amazing that you were able to do that.
All right. We'll see who did it in a minute. Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Natalie, if you're listening.
Hi. I think, yeah, it's like witnessing a miracle in real time.
Thank you. Okay. So still on the big screen. Okay. The way it is. So everybody listen. I don't want you to miss the point. The point is that man is, we don't know each other, by the way. I've never seen him. He may know me, but I don't know him. And that man has been suffering. He's not repulsive. I guarantee he's not. I guarantee he's not. I guarantee he's a good man. I guarantee that is a good man right there. I put my word on it. How's that? I guarantee that's the son of God. How's that? Let's start with that. Now, a son of God, a good man, right? Needs help. And the question is something like the message of the communication. The question was, I've been trying to be social with people so I could make some friends and have a girlfriend and get along with these fucking devils somehow. And I'm failing. Can you help me out? Now, I need everybody who's ever read any self-help book or watched one YouTube video to go the path of whatever that book or video was. Right? Now, how did I do it? I, as Arash Dibazar, am a follower of a commander. He's not weak, not soft. He ain't no bitch. He don't got curls in his hair. And that commander's name is Jesus Christ. And I'm a great fucking soldier, the best student anybody ever had. Always been. So I'm a student of his. He's like my big brother. And I've always wanted a big brother. Is there a man here who didn't want a bigger brother than himself? Even if you're the biggest brother? Is there one man here who wouldn't want to have an older brother to take care of you properly? Right? Right. Every one of us. Well, I don't have one. Do you have one? Do you have one? Do you have one? Do you have one? He failed. He failed. Do you have one? He did. He failed. Do you have one? No. Do you have one? Okay, they can't have it. Listen, the tech team is like this in the back. I'm pointing at them. They're still looking at me. I'm like, do you have one? They're like this. Maybe they're listening to music. Wait, why can't they hear me? I'm pointing at them. What the fuck are they listening to? You should hear me first. You should hear my breath before they hear it. He's breathing towards us. So listen, first of all, okay, I've always wanted a big brother. Oh, man. So I went seeking mentors. Your big brother is your mentor. your big brother tells you, this is what dad taught me, and that's why I'm so dope. Little bro, you're about to go to high school, right? Come on. Right? Come on. You want to be like me? I'm the most popular kid in school. I get all the women. If I do a sport, I'm number one. First place, baby. That's my older brother. Jesus. Not this one. Go do your best. Get along with everyone. Make friends there. Right? See what parties they go to. He's just like, look, ain't nobody beat me before, and now you're my younger bro, right? So I sought out mentors, as we all did, right? And all of our mentors gave us what they had. I had some great mentors. Mentors were great, right? But they didn't have the same bloodline I had. My brother would come from the same bloodline. And my mentors, none of the ones I went to, were on this spiritual bloodline, right? On a spiritual DNA, all of my mentors had other DNA. And my mentors, when I went into their lives, Manu, Mystery, Anthony Jacqueline, Batata, Ernie Reyes, Gold Toes, Red Dragon, these are my mentors in that life, right? They all taught me something nobody else could ever teach me. And they were all at the very top of their field, right? And these mentors of mine, they gave me everything. And during the time they mentored me, I moved in with them spiritually. I lived with them. I completely was there. And all of my mentors that I just named, except for Manu, testified that I'm the greatest student they ever had. I wasn't their champion, but I was their best student. I was their best little bro in that world, right? Now, Manu didn't say I was his best student. He said Ernie Reyes Jr. was best student. I always want to give that little guy the credit that he deserves for being Manu's best student. But Manu did say I was his best friend, and that's very important. So anyways, you all are seeing me as a Rosh Bazaar perform miracles that I do second by second in my life. Seeing the vision of the insects, I as a Rosh Bazaar, did not go into a map in my world and grab an insect. I, as a Rosh Bazaar, being in this narrow path, have the gift that my big bro gave me. He said, look, if you do what dad says and follow his rules, you're going to be able to do everything I can do, little bro, and even greater. He said that because he says that here. I'm following directly this and how I did that. And then we're going to go back to you, bro. And you're going to be magnetically attractive. How's that? We're going to take that. It's a curse on your soul. We're going to take that curse out. And then we're going to give you the light. And you're going to see how your day is going to be today and tomorrow and how you sleep and blah, 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 blah. Okay? But let's get to what's really important, which is what I'm telling you right now. You're seeing me do these things that are impossible. Okay? The only thing I'm going off of to be able to speak with such confidence and know what I know is faith or faith. I have 100% faith in this book, the teacher, and the God that it taught. I have 100% faith in it. So when I see it, I don't question what I see. I speak with total certainty, and I have not missed one time. And this was nothing compared to what I did last night, right? This was a trip from here to the liquor store. Last night we went from here to LA. And before we went there, I predicted the exact time and location without the GPS. And all the GPSs would have been wrong. Right? So this is nothing. However, how is it happening? Because Big Bro in this book says, if you follow dad's rules, and he says, look, man, dad is really strict. Like, you don't understand. He has destroyed planets. He's a big deal. And Big Bro tells me clearly, Our dad is the strongest dad in all of these dads. Right? He says that. King of kings, Lord of lords, teacher, teacher. Right? So big bro tells me that. I've always wanted a big brother. And just like I moved in with my mentors, right? I moved in with big brother. And his rules are very, very, very exact. So let me give you an example. You have to forgive people. That goes for everybody. Now, to truly forgive, we went over it in the advanced class last night, I think. Forgive means you have to actually forget. You can't say forgive and don't forget. That's a curse. That means hold on to it. To truly forgive, you forget it. Now, if it comes up as a memory, it's a memory. It's not help. It's like, oh, right? It's happened to me. It'll happen to you. My girlfriends have cheated on me before, cheated on me, had sex with other men. I forgave them. Did I forget about it? Well, yeah. But then when it shows up, it's like, oh, yeah, but that's done. I forgave already. Right? If they cheat again, I can't say, you cheated again. That was already forgiven. Right? It's done. Now, that in words is nice. In application, it may be a little harder, though. To truly forgive every single person who has ever harmed you, even if you're raped as a woman. How's that? How's that? You have to forgive your rapist. Fact, if you want to be free. If you want to be free, you have to forgive your rapist. And I know how disgusting that sounds, but the rapist raping you is disgusting. You forgiving is not disgusting. Don't mix it. It's not disgusting to forgive a rapist. It's disgusting to rape someone. And it's extremely glory to forgive that. That is not disgusting. Disgusting is on the other side. Don't take it. Right? So, I'm getting a text from a woman who was raped. She's online, and she just said it's true. Okay? So that's pretty cool. It is true. It is true. You know why? Big Bro said it. And I'm showing you how the miracle is being performed right now. Okay? So, for example, it's a real strict dad, right? But he raised a son that could, as a man, every other man. As a boy, bro, me growing up, I don't know if you were like me, but we all wanted to be bad motherfuckers with swords and Jedis and Sith Lords and fucking do that, right? We're boys. We didn't want to belong to like a pussy tribe or a pussy family. I want to be, right? No, not even close. None of us. We're boys, men, right? They made us, they didn't make us, they cursed us. Just like that curse you have, there's a lot of them there, okay? So anyways, if you follow if you follow exactly the rules of the house, then you can live in this house. This house is called the kingdom of heaven. That's where this guy lives, right? But in order to stay in that house, just like dad would say, when I got my first tattoo here at 18, my dad said, get out, right? No emotion. Well, you said it the night before. I had been telling them on my 18th birthday, I'm going to get a tattoo. During the time I got my first tattoo, nobody had tattoos. On TV, Dennis Rodman had tattoos. The only celebrity. And he had a shoulder tattoo with a sun and something coming down. It looked really cool. And during basketball games, they would talk about Dennis Rodman's tattoo. This is a different world now. So during that time, I'm 17, tell them I'm going to get a tattoo. Right? Traditional Persian family. My dad says, if you get a tattoo, don't come home. 3 months to my birthday, during dinner, I'm getting a tattoo. He tells me to shut up and don't talk about it, but I can leave the house. I shut up, go upstairs really mad at him. You know, it's my life, fuck him, right? But I know there's something wrong in that, right? I'm saying that, and I actually remember wanting to tell my friends the next day, fuck my dad, I'm getting a tattoo. Now I can tell you that was implanted. I would never talk to my dad. that came from TV or music, rap songs, shit. But I remember the urge the night before to go out and express that I'm getting this fucking tattoo. No one's going to tell me what to do, and fuck my mom and dad, whatever, right? So that night, the night before my birthday, because on my birthday, I'm going to good night. I say good night to my parents, and I say, tomorrow, I'm getting a tattoo. And I'm scared as shit when I say that. And my dad simply says, don't come home. Just that. Swear to God. Okay? I did come back home because my mom and grandma manipulated for me to get back home. You know, I can't say I wish I hadn't come home because my life has been perfect, but I would be okay now knowing what I know if that night I wouldn't blame my dad anymore. I'd be like, that's a righteous man, right? So I'm an adult. I'm 18, right? If I'm an adult, I can get a tattoo, then go get your own place, right? But if you can't get your own place and you're still sitting here in that fucking bedroom like a little kid, then you ain't getting a tattoo because you're a little kid, obviously. Obviously, I see that, right? So even my earthly dad, if you break his rules, you're out of the house, right? He doesn't hate you, he's just out of the house and he's disappointed in you. And his support goes away. So it's the same thing with this book and Jesus' dad and our spiritual lineage, our spiritual, where we come as spirits from, born from the light. And so should you, as my younger brothers now, I like to call myself God's second favorite. Now that's just what I call myself. Call yourself to my life, right? But I'm definitely your bigger brother right now, without a doubt. And I'm telling you exactly what I know. If you follow these rules as a man, okay, the Father will give you the same gift you're observing in me for the next 3 hours, and then later, and then tonight, and then the middle of the night. Come around and see. He's going to give you a gift, and this gift is a spirit, right? And the spirit is a thing. It's like a ring. It's a spirit. It's a thing. You just can't see it with these eyes. Because a spirit doesn't have a body like this. It's a bodiless spirit, but it has an identity. It has an identity. So let's say you can call one as an angel, Michelangelo. Now, at that level of spirit, it can take on form. And it's not confined to that. It can take on different forms. That to us sounds ridiculous. But no, it's not, because we're stuck in the flesh. Boom. So for example, in this book, in the beginning, angels are walking and talking to people. Those angels have taken on human form. And Jesus would be the Lord in human form. He's going to handle everything and show you how to do it. Right? So should you follow this, then you're going to get a gift called the Holy Spirit. It's an actual spirit that's going to live in your body. And dad never gives the same exact gift to two sons. He knows them exactly because he made them. So he knows exactly the gift you want for your birthday when you're born again. Like, that was good, right? When you're born again of spirit, you get a gift from the Father. And that gift is that spirit that comes in. And that spirit then lives in you. That's a baptism. Now, if you saw it as an actual spirit of light living in you, you would actually be correct. And that spirit is named the Holy Spirit in this. Just like some spirits are named demons in this. Some are named Lucifer. And those are spirits. This spirit, when you follow this narrow path, is a gift when you're born of spirit again. It's a gift from the Father. And it, ready? It performs miracles in you. And it fights the curses in your life. It fights the negativity in you. The Holy Spirit in you as a gift from the Father being in the devil's world. This is earth, hell, right? in this book, everybody was cast out into earth. Okay? Earth is out of Eden. So Dad, knowing where you are, right? That you were birthed into hell. Why? Because original mom and dad, Adam and Eve, fucked up. So all the generations were cursed afterward. Now that makes more sense than ADD, ADHD, PhD, PPR, LT, fucking AMA, all that shit. Because how could all humans have problems? That's weird. Every color, shape, form, every country, every age, every money bracket, like it don't matter. We have the same problem. That's a curse of generation, right? And then when you're born again, is when you say, all of those things that I got material and in that state of unconsciousness, the state of being cursed, you see it. And I see that it's hurting you and everybody you love. And suddenly you go, I don't want that. Because you see somebody who has it better than you. Me. I don't have that problem you have, and I'm going to help you get out of it. Okay? That's cool. But that is my gift from the Holy Spirit. So should you try to copy me, taking him the devil again? I want to be like him. How do I get his power? How do I get a gift like him? Well, it didn't come from that guy. It came from that guy. And that guy created your light. Right? So when you get your light, which is the Holy Spirit, which is his light, as it comes in, and you live with the Holy Spirit, you and the Holy Spirit are now roommates. You know how you have roommates in your head? One of them that tells you, I'm repulsive. Must be repulsive. Fuck, I'm repulsive. I'm disgusting. You have a roommate, the demon, many of them. When the Holy Spirit moves in, it begins to clean out all the demons. So the first thing it does is it gives you new sight at your own existence. You start seeing things differently. You thought it was that, but it's not that. It's actually the opposite, you'll see. But first, things look different. They make less sense. Right? You feel like, here. So when you're waking up, the Holy Spirit in you is getting rid of the darkness so your eyes can begin to realize, your real eyes can show. Okay? The miracles performed here today are done by the Holy Spirit, yes, through me, because I earned it, of course. It wasn't easy to get here and perform miracles and walk fearlessly and help everybody in conversation. It's a gift. Now, if you had asked me growing up, if I could have any superpower or do anything in life with the most passion, commitment, energy, determination, pick your fucking words that cursed you, any of those, I would tell you, I want this gift more than any gift, because this gift is so unique and exactly made for me that it allows me to look out and admire everybody else's gift, because I don't want their gift. And I know nobody can take mine. Connected? So every man listening has this light. And my closest friends here, I enjoy showing them the gift that's in them, right? Let's go back to him and I. So, bro, now I want you to listen to my words carefully, because I mean exactly what I say. So answer exactly what I say, okay? In this moment right now, how do you feel?
In this moment right now, yeah, right now I'm trying to like think.
Don't think.
I guess
right now, how do you feel? Don't think. That's why I said listen carefully. Right now, in this moment, how do you feel? Not how you think. How do you feel?
Well, honestly, like to a degree, I do kind of feel like it's kind of like a half like nervous, half somewhat like negative, like downpouring feeling. I mean, I'm trying to describe it the best I can, but
Yeah, that's what I want you to do. Right now, how do you feel listening to all that? Was that for you inspiring or was it depressing? Hearing that.
oh no, I mean like while I was like listening to I right now I just mean like at the current moment. Like right
Right.
now I
Right
just
now, in this
feel a
current
little bit
moment,
nervous. Yeah.
right now, in this current moment, when you were hearing all that, okay, so let's go back one step before the
Okay.
current moment. When you heard all that, okay, when you heard all that, did you feel lifted or pushed down?
Okay, that's a good question.
What?
I didn't understand.
What did you say?
No,
Oh,
I'd
yeah,
say
that's the
like
question.
during like while I was listening,
Yeah, yeah. During that time, that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
Was it go, was were you feeling lifted up as you were listening, or were you feeling pushed down? And just be honest, because in the end, you're gonna be free of that shit. I'm telling you, and do it.
I mean, it kind of felt like I guess one thing that like comes to mind.
Yeah.
I'm not very good when it comes to like describing my own like emotions. It's kind of
Yeah. But we're listening, so you got it. I'm gonna help you. What is that? The words on that.
oh, okay. So yeah, okay. So for example, okay, I think one way to put it would be like, for example, like I'm okay. So to go from like even more back then, like for example, like when I first heard like well, like I guess like first like when you started talking,
Mhm.
like I was thinking about you know, like kind of like how, you know, my thoughts, you know, like they kind of impacted me to kind of like I'm gonna just use like a visual, kind of like a mist, like being like
Exactly
that, I
that.
guess. That I guess that's the
That
best way I can do it.
is the
Yeah,
best way.
like a
Go for it.
mist being like blown away, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I
I
mean?
want
Yeah.
exactly that vision. You that. Tell me that vision. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, kind of like at the beginning, like you know, like when I was thinking back in the past, like how I would, you know, keep repeating that thought. And I mean, it was kind of like at the time, I was, you know, I was careless, I guess. Like
You
I
were
just
what?
kind of like went with the like negative, like I didn't fight back against it. So
Okay.
so yeah, it's kind of like a miss being like blown away. Like now I definitely need to you know take more, you know, precaution. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Okay. Good. So how were you feeling when I was talking? Were you feeling lifted up or pushed down?
Okay, so
Did it,
like
did it feel
to
like I
go
was
more.
pushing you down when I was speaking about all that and the gift and the big brother while I was talking? Were you feeling like I was stepping on you or I was pulling you up during that time I was talking?
Okay, yeah. So what when you were talking about like the big brother,
Yeah, and the way and all that. During that time, did you feel like I was lifting you up or did you feel like I was pushing you down? I want to know.
I mean to be completely honest,
Yeah.
like I'm not really sure if I like felt that much like during that like during that like point in time. I honestly don't think I really felt like that much.
Did you have any thoughts during that time?
Okay, do I have any thoughts? Okay. Yeah, so yeah, while you were talking about like the big brother.
Yeah. What were you thinking or feeling during that time? Oh, it's a very simple question.
And I guess like best way to describe it,
What's the
I
best
mean,
way to-
I mean, maybe it's more like a delayed feeling, like during the time, I felt like very neutral, but during the
Good.
end, I end up feeling like more of like a nervous, kind of like I feel like negative energy like dripping from here, like down my legs
That's
or
it.
something.
That's it.
Like maybe it's delayed or something.
Yes.
That's
No,
that's
no,
what
no.
it
It's not delayed. It's not. It's actually not delayed. It's perfect timing. So listen to what you're saying, and then I'm going to show you what that is. Okay. During the time I was feeling, you were feeling neutral. That's what you said, right?
Wait, it's the audio. Wait, can you speak one more time?
During the time that I was speaking about the big bro and the light, you were feeling
Yes.
neutral. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. It's like, yeah, definitely more
Right.
neutral.
Then I ended and I called on you. Now I'm going to give you your words. So be exact. You felt it drip from here to where?
Like down
The
my like
negativity.
legs.
On your left side or on your right side or down the middle?
At the moment, I would say both my like left and right leg, but not as much, not so much the middle. I'd say like left leg and right leg.
And did it start on your left side, right side, or center? Where was it dripping from?
I'm that's kind of a hard one.
It is hard, but look at it because you know. Where was it? If it was in the head and it was hollow, would it be here, here, and anywhere? Any of these tattoos? Would it be the butterfly? Would it be?
Okay, so right now at the current moments,
Yeah. Let's go there.
it's kind of like right now I visualize maybe like a dot right here, and maybe
There it
more
is.
of like solid gradients right here, but maybe more like a dot right here.
That's it.
That's maybe.
So there's a dot. So let's keep looking. There's a dot right here, and it starts dripping.
Yeah, I kind of like see. Yeah, kind of.
Does it drip fast or slow?
Okay, so what I see is kind of like, yeah, it's like the motion's more like the
Let's
motion's
see.
more like I'd say motion wise maybe more like a smooth like down this way, but when it goes to the leg, it's more like a, you know how like you have like a sink, and the like after like you turn off the sink, you get the water dripping like do 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 do. I mean, it
Yeah.
kind of like changes pace down there, like near the
Faster,
end.
faster or slower at the end?
I mean, I would say faster, but but kind of like less water like going out. I mean, I
Okay.
guess, you know, kind of like when you try to turn off the sink, but there's still like water left, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, how far does the water go up your body until it becomes
How far does it
unbearable? Yeah, that dirty water that goes up in the sink after it drips. How far does it go up before it starts to become unbearable? Here. Ah, where does it go? Where you're like, fuck, I gotta now do something to distract myself.
I mean, right now I'm just going by my visualization, kind of feel
Yeah,
something like near the like I guess like sacral chakra, something, but like between my belly button and like underneath my belly button by like maybe 3 to 5 inches or something.
right. What color is it? What color is it?
Right now, I mean, first impression black, but like a hint of like a red line as well, but
Yep.
kind of like maybe like a more solid, thicker black line, but like a thinner red line or something.
Yeah, exactly. Right there, black and red like wine. Right?
Yeah,
Does
yeah,
it move?
like the red kind of like going this way, and the black going like this way, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, and then does it accumulate here? Does it move here in the you know, the sacred whatever chakra? Does it move there this way, or does it go this way, or does it stand there? How does it? What's the movement of it?
Okay, so
Say what you see. Your imagination. Say it.
okay, right now, yeah, right now I see kind of like, yeah, I mean, kind of like right here, but it's like Actually now I kind of feel like something moving like a little bit like up, like above it, like covering like
Yeah.
a big area, like over like my belly button, but kind of
Yeah.
like now it's kind of like a boogery, like light lime green, like
Yeah.
mostly a little bit dark green, but kind of like
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
up
Like that.
like a
Going higher,
larger area.
getting bigger and going like this.
I mean, yeah, kind of, but it's actually kind of like a little bit isolated, a little bit, kind of like here.
Isolated there now.
So it's not like that big of a range, but not like too big of a range, but
Yeah.
also I kind of feel, so you see like other lines, like yellow lines going like this way to like, I'm
Nice.
trying, but yeah.
Yeah, you're seeing it. Good. Excellent. Where are those yellow lines going? The body.
So I'm just gonna trace kind of like, yeah, I guess just
Yeah.
like that. I guess. Yeah.
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 What's the
just
feeling?
tracing.
What's
Yeah.
the feeling of this thing, man? What's that feeling? What does it feel like? Look at it. What does it feel like? Thing. What's a good way to describe this feeling?
I guess hard. Yeah, hard.
It is hard,
Like,
and that when you can
yeah,
describe
like
it, it'll
solid.
change. The what?
Like solid, like you would
Solid.
like if you like clink on like a metal, like just hard.
What's the feeling of it? Like if you were going to give an emotion to it or a feeling, what is it? What does it feel like? Is it clean or is it dirty?
Right now the word that comes, actually a word just came into my mind. It was like punishment or something.
There you
Like
go.
it was like a very like, I mean, it's kind of like for like, imagine if you have like a very like emotionless like executioner or something. Like he just doesn't like cared about killing you. He's just like, nope, just whatever, and just
Whatever.
like kills you. All right, I guess
Yeah.
that would be the best.
What?
I guess like that's the best description I can get, I guess.
That's a really good description of it, right? So what would happen? Do you see it? Imagine where how it's moving. What would happen if suddenly, do you know what a guillotine looks like? Do you have a picture of guillotine? Let me show you what I want you to see this picture. It's exact picture for a second. I'm going to hold it up to the camera. Okay, your imagination is very powerful, so use it now. I want you to imagine this. Keep that thing isolated. Go, look at this picture. Just look at this picture for a second. The guillotine,
Wait,
right?
oh, this one? Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay, keep that thing isolated. Keep that picture. Keep that thing isolated there in your stomach and chest, right? Ready? See that guillotine? What would happen if that thing dropped right on it right now? Drop it on it. What happens to it? Go.
And
Drop that right on it. What happens to it? Execute it. What's that? Yeah.
okay, so I did like this.
Nice. Yes, you did that. What happened to it?
I mean, at the moment, I just kind of see like flakes, like
Like what?
maybe like 2, 3, like golden flakes here, one golden flake here, but
Do
yeah,
it again.
kind of like,
Raise that thing and drop it again. Do the same hand motion. Go. Boom. Drop it. What happens to it? Look at it. Yes. Like a solid.
all right, yeah,
What happens to
right
it?
now, right now I feel, yeah, I see like a bird.
No, you got cut out. You got cut out. You feel what? We didn't hear that. You feel what right now?
I said it feels more free, and I see like a bird or something, but yeah.
What color is the bird?
Like a golden underbelly, but the top is like brown, but like a red beak. It's actually like
The red beak?
cartoonish, actually. But
Okay. Ready? Put that bird
yeah.
in that. Put that bird under that fucking thing. Chop it. Chop its head. What happens to the bird? What happens to the
Yes,
bird?
okay,
Major?
yes, I see like blood. And
You see blood
yeah,
in it?
yeah, it's mouth open. Yeah.
Now, what happens now? What's happening inside? What's the image inside? Keep looking for it. Keep looking for it. Keep that chopper there, because you're going to chop right down execute. Keep looking. What's there? What's there? Describe, if anything.
Yeah, honestly, right now I just see like a drawing with like crayon or something.
A what?
Like it's like for
Crayon.
some reason, like I don't know why, but I see like a drawing with like a crayon,
Yeah, what
like
color? What color
crayon.
crown? What color crown?
No, it's like a drawing of like a of like a girl, but it's like a triangle body, and the torso is like colored in with like a blue,
Right.
like a darker blue.
Chop
I don't
it.
know why, but
Chop it and tell me what happens.
oh the
Chop that bitch. Blue dress. Is she blonde by chance or no?
oh wait, I messed up one.
Chop it. Chop her hair too.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Whoa, now what is it?
Right now I just see like a paper fading the distance, and now I just see like kind of like black,
Where? Where's
like more
black?
like void like.
Void. Not a void. Void. You're now seeing a void. You know what a void is?
It's like nothingness.
Exactly. I want you to hear this word. You're seeing a void inside you. You're not being avoided. Got that?
Yeah, I got that. Yeah, I'm seeing a void.
You're seeing a void, but every time you think you're being avoided, that's not what it is. You have a void. You have an emptiness, which is actually peace. Got it?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Just that. What else is going on inside?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Now I see like bugs. Yeah.
Bugs. What color?
Yeah. I guess a mix. Like some are kind of greenish, some are kind of brown. But yeah, like lots of tiny like ants or something. And yeah, also
Yeah.
like caterpillars. Yeah.
Okay, listen, I want you to do what I'm telling you. Imagine a black dragon. Can you imagine a black dragon?
Yeah. Yeah. I see one. Yeah.
All right, imagine it going from the top, not bottom. A black dragon going from the top and looking in. Look at all those bugs with the dragon looking at it. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it.
All right, ready? When I breathe, the dragon's gonna breathe on all that and tell me what happens, okay? What happens to them?
Yeah, right now I see them being dead, but I also see some trying to crawl inside of the walls, like the cracks, so they
Close the
can come
doors.
out later
Close
in
the
the
doors.
future.
Close the doors. Close the doors. Don't let them go in the cracks. How many are left?
Okay, I'm also gonna.
Go. Tell me what you see. Hurry up. I'm with you.
Okay, yeah, I just yeah put them outside the cracks, so now I'm yeah yeah so yeah more are dying. Yeah,
Are there any bugs inside?
yeah, I have to press a button and like release more. I have to press right now. I'm pressing like a red button to release more outside the cracks and close more.
So there's more coming in.
Yeah, like more coming out. So I'm like pressing a red button to release them in the open.
Release all of them.
Okay.
Are they all there? Make sure.
Okay, yeah, now they're all there. Okay. Okay, yeah, now.
Okay, all right, ready?
Yeah.
That dragon without me. Okay. That dragon without me is going to breathe by itself. Watch it do that until they're all gone, okay? I may have to go to the bathroom. You're gonna have to take it if I go to the bathroom, okay? Tell me when they're all burnt away or whatever happened. Just one lightning bolt. They're all gone.
Okay. Yeah.
What? What's inside now?
Yeah. Yeah. Right now I feel like a calmness.
Thank you. Okay.
But I mean,
Just sit with that for a second. Can you do that? Can you just sit with that for a second? Just sit back and just relax and watch the show, okay? For a little bit, and I'll get back to you, okay? Is that good? Can you sit in that void for a second and just watch the show now? You didn't do anything? Is that or no? Can you sit there and just watch the rest of the show for a little bit and don't do anything? And I'll call back on you. Can you do that?
that sounds good.
Okay, good. I'm gonna give it to Yogi Chris.
Awesome. Any feedback from the guys here on what you just saw? You know, you've been studying AZD and what's been going on. Yeah, Gio.
Same symbology, and I was getting rid of a lot of demons inside of me as well.
Yeah.
That technique was super powerful, bro.
Tell us, what is that technique?
The technique of the guillotine. I'm using the guillotine, using the visual and going through my body where I have tension, where I have a hard steel, how he described it, and just using the guillotine and dropping on it, on my chakra, on my lower, all that. It was releasing a lot of tension, a lot of weight that was there. And man, it's so important to do that, bro. Extremely important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Takes a powerful imagination. And even Alex, who, you know, he had said, I'm not good at describing my feelings, this and that. And as he got into it, it just, you have a vivid imagination, bro. And you can really, and it's anchored to you. You can, it's visceral. You feel it like it's real. It's not just disconnected from you. And that's, you need that to do that alchemy, you know. Any other feedback from the guys here that we just witnessed? Anybody online? What do you think about that? I don't want to say too much on it because that would just, you know, I just want to know your experience about it. Yeah, Rosh will be back. Yeah, that's powerful. Man, Alex, I know he said for you to just sit in that. So yeah, just sit in that. I won't call on you right now, but man, talking with you, Alex just joined the game, the mastermind. He's in Thailand and had totally different questions when I was talking with him about what he was going to dialogue with AZD about. But I think this is all 100% related exactly to what he was seeking. And that's amazing. And I hope he sees that too. And this is a very powerful demonstration for this podcast to be streamed publicly for thousands of people to see. You know, we've seen exorcisms, we've seen alchemy, we've seen the light being brought out in people and guests from, we've seen it from guests far away that have never met Arash in foreign countries. It's vital. Very, very important stuff. And what's happening here at Eden in headquarters with Sultan, with myself, and with all the guys, with Octavio, so powerful. It's literally Eden here. So what we've created is a space of void for goodness to thrive here, where we can edify each other, bringing edify, let's get it. And it's so interesting because I just read this also in the New Testament that Sultan gave me. Yeah, to instill morals in each other.
It's like synchronizing everyone.
To build up morally or in faith. Build, install, teach, instruct morally.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Let us therefore, this is Romans 14. Romans 14:19. Let us therefore make every effort to do what leads to peace and mutual edification, which is to build up morally. And so we've created this Eden space here, and it's just so powerful because on earth right now, there's so much suppression, like what Alex was going through in thousands or hundreds of approaches, and the curse that had been put on him through making himself vulnerable and receiving what people had said to him, and then moving forward with that mantra or whatever it is, that curse inside and how he's thinking of himself. And all of us have that. Anytime we've opened ourselves up and to pursue those worldly ambitions and making ourselves vulnerable to what we receive from that, and for it to be revealed in a space of light like this, where the light can be shined on that, because when you have a clean system and the lake is calm and the water is not turbulent, any little turbulence that comes in, it becomes obvious. It sends ripples, but you have to have a clean system to observe that. So I'll hand it back over to AZD.
So back to you, bro. Chopping block. Oh yeah, let's go. I'm gonna show you something, and then we're gonna go on to the next person. Okay. So here's what I want you to do, bro. Anytime today, or it may not happen. Anytime any negativity comes in, just do your motion. Boom, boom, boom. Okay? That's it. And do nothing else. All right? And then show up again and tell me how you're feeling. Okay? So let me just tell you something. In order for someone to be susceptible to a curse, okay, they would have to be doing actions, right, that they're not okay with, right? So a man, yeah, you don't have to say, just, you're fine now. I just want you to know where you're going later at some point. A man whose hands are free of wounds can hold poison in it, right? Otherwise, it's gonna infect you, right? So one day, with the light, you're gonna be able to go out there and the opposite. So what I've noticed, bro, is that the curse that people are carrying that's really fucking them up, like you, normally it's the actual opposite as a gift, okay? So based on those things you said, I would say that you following this narrow path and just show up, you know, and do the next thing, whoever got you, I don't know. Then I'm gonna give you the word again. As you saw everything that happened, all that is true, and this is true with it too. One day you're gonna be magnetically attractive instead of repulsing, whatever the fuck it is. Now, it's not a mantra, it's a curse, okay? And it's installed in one. We don't want to go there right now because there's other people, because right now you're good, man. And now you have a weapon, okay? That's a guillotine. Executioners use that, right? And you're to execute the will of God, that you're a good man, you're a righteous man, that you're on the right path, that you are a good man. You don't want to be bad, right? That you're not repulsive. And every time any curse, even slightly, comes in, chop it up. Now, if you chop it up and it's not working, then do nothing. Remember that dragon that was there?
I remember.
It's also going to be there. Now, do you remember you don't like spiders?
Yeah, I don't like spiders.
All right. Well, today is going to be a little different. Okay? Today, anytime a little critter may come in, because they have eggs here and there sometimes. Okay? Remember that dragon? It's now in there. It's now in there as your friend for today, but it's a spider, believe it or not. It's a black widow. You know what a black widow is?
Yeah.
So you have black widows protecting you now against the bugs. It's the same dragon that can split into, it doesn't have a number. It can split into as many as it can, right? So whenever there's a bug, that dragon's watching. You don't got to do nothing. It'll just go, and it'll turn into a bunch of black widows, and it'll eat it and kill it, and it'll go back and watch. All you got to do is be the eyes that see it. When you see it, it'll move. Don't do anything. You understand that? Is that him?
Yeah, I understand. Like you said one more time, like my power just went out.
All you got to do is like the dragon watching, just watch anytime a bug or something appears, don't do nothing, and the dragon will turn into a bunch of spiders and get rid of it, and you'll be fine. Okay, that's today.
Okay. Okay, that sounds good. I understand. Yeah.
Right, and then tonight when you sleep, okay, pay attention to how your sleep is tonight, and we'll talk about it tomorrow, hopefully. Okay.
That sounds good.
Hey man, it was a pleasure meeting you, bro.
Yeah, yeah, it was a pleasure. Yeah, yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it a lot.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome. Okay, good.
Thank you.
Let's.
Armando Vargas.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay, and then afterwards, I have a question from a girl here. We're going to answer after Armando. Let me just see what's happening. Okay. Armando, what's going on, bro?
Okay, so everything's going good. I believe I have like 3 questions, but one of them, the first one, the second one, the other 2 would be like a short answer one, but the first one, I would want like a clear answer on this one. So it would be how do I treat a girl how she wants to be treated that no other man does, so she grows on me.
That's a really good question. Every man has been given a signature by God. Otherwise, he wouldn't be created, a thumbprint, right? So on our earthly body, no other human being in history and moving forward and right now shares our physical thumbprint, right? It's so unique. And you can't fake it. It's just, you can fake it now, I'm sure, but we're born with a unique print right here, right? So this is a physical, as within, so without, right?
Mhm.
It is a spiral. It's a spiral, right? And everybody? Makes sense. So now, ready? That's your thumbprint. Nobody can have it. Soul print. Nobody can have it. The way that you're going to give a girl exactly what she wants, right? So that she could be aligned with you is when you know your thumbprint and you're on your way to knowing that. However, if you start to think about how to do that, then you're again looking into the dark. Because it's not a thought about that, right, at all. It's knowing yourself, right? Like, for example, if I speak to any man, woman, or child, it's going to be unique because it's coming from my perspective only. You understand? And that becomes more and more clear every day. Okay? And for you, I'm sure today, it's a lot more clear than it was when I saw you a couple of weeks ago, right? Are you more clear on yourself today?
Yeah.
Do you feel today versus when you first arrived here a couple of weeks ago, do you feel today you could give her more of what she wants or no?
Yeah.
Than before? Perfect. So this process will continue because it's happening naturally, right? As you're shifting, wrong wording, okay? As the light is coming inside of you and clearing everything, you get to see more who you are. I'm not that. I don't talk like that. I don't act like that. I don't dress like that. I don't live like that. I don't everything, right? And then as things clear up, right? Your eyes open up to you more and more and more. And just like this guy here, you're going to love who you are more than anything. And then you get to share that with the girl, right? Who's given to you, not the one you go seeking. She's given to you, right? And people go, well, how is she given to you? Well, if we knew, then she wouldn't be given to you. It's like it's going to be given at the right time, okay? When it's given to you, then you share yourself with her. And nobody else can do that but you. Okay. Now, since she's been brought to you, it's going to be one of 2 things. One, it's to make you more aware of where you're still not you. Right? She's there to strengthen your light. Okay. So if it doesn't go well according to your calculations or plans, no, that's actually going perfectly. She's the one you need to strengthen whatever it was that when we went away, you felt dark. Right? Because you can't get dark. So she's either, when she's given to you and you're not going for it, she's either going to give you that as an experience, or she's going to be the one that you take with you, the light, right? Both are on the same path for you. She's either there to strengthen so that you, when you meet the right girl who's going to follow you, that darkness this bit triggered in you is already handled in the right one. Does that make sense? Because you're already experiencing everything I say. So again, like the thing you're going to keep hearing with this, everybody, is these 2 words. And I hear Jesse Peterson say it, and I don't know if it's the exact same words, but like stay with it and keep working on you. But when I say working on you, I don't mean working on you. I mean working on you so that you're not making decisions that dim your light and allow the darkness back in. When you guys see, like, you know, the visuals that he was seeing. So what if I told you that that wasn't his imagination? How, well, then what would it feel like? To know that you have bugs in your body. Well, isn't that what a virus is? It's a bug or bacteria. So as above, spiritual plane, so below.
Yeah.
As within, so without. Right? He has a curse in him, and a curse could also be called in this book a demon. Right? So we have a more accurate language than he has anxiety and all that shit wouldn't have gone nowhere. It's the fact that this man sitting here lives in a world of demons, angels, vampire. Every man wants to be there. Maybe not. Maybe not. I always wanted to be in that, right? So I see that, right? And what if you all knew that? And what if you knew it came from the next song you heard on the radio? So eventually you're going to get to that, right? But right now, like as my eyes open up more and more, right? Another layer of the illusion is unveiled from me. And then again, now I know things I didn't know that would have made me susceptible to another form of darkness. You understand? And honestly, there's no better game to play because you just keep feeling stronger and better all the time, right? And you don't want a girl to take away from that at all, right? And that's what she does. She's a moth to a flame burned by the fire. Okay, so when you have light, they're coming.
I see.
Yeah, but they're all inside our system, everybody. Okay, but you think it's you, and you judge yourself, and he says, "Don't judge." Okay, he doesn't mean just don't judge others, just don't judge. He doesn't say don't judge others lest you be judged yourself. He says judge not. You know why? Because in order for you to make a judgment, you'd have to know everything going on in the entire universe with every fucking person and the future and the past.
Yeah.
To be accurate. Well, that doesn't sound like my fucking job. Again, I don't know if I'm going to pee next, right? And when I have to pee, right? So you and I, we don't know. We don't know. We know, I know one thing. I know one thing. Like the reason why I can sit in any situation and answer any question is I know three things very clearly. I know that there's a God that I am in contact with. Again, I don't know. I know he is the Lord of Lords in my world on earth, right? His son, favorite son demonstrated. Now his second favorite son is demonstrated. Cool, now what? So I know there's a God. I know that that God did have a son that was better than me. That's very important for everybody to know. That's very important to know. That's humility. That's humbleness. I admire Jesus all the time. Before I do this, when I'm peeing, when I'm walking, right? I admire that he was so powerful, right? So clean, so in touch with the Father. Man, talk about a big brother, man. That's your big brother too. So I admire that. I know God is real, that I know that Jesus would be his son better than me. That's an acknowledgement that I like to give. I'd love to give. And then I also know this to be true too, that there's a gift that I have by listening to him on how to be a better son for him. And I know I have that. Now, those three things, everybody, well, there's one more which comes with it when you know the first one right away, right? That there's a good and evil, for sure. And there's nothing else going on. Everything is spiritual, my head, my heart, my body, right? Once you know that, well, I don't know if once you know that, once I knew this, I actually didn't need or want to know anything else. Because then I get to finally live my life without seeking knowledge anymore. I don't care about anything else besides what I said. I live the most miraculous life every second. I couldn't ask for more, you know what I mean? So for you, it's the same thing. And it's obvious, bro. Look I can see you, you know what I mean? I'm just really excited for you to get here.
Yeah. A lot of the things you say is very relative. Like when you speak, every time you speak to me on here, a lot of the things are more relative. related
Rele-
to my life or what's going on recently.
relevant or relative?
Relevant.
So can you say that again? It's the sentence.
Relevance. A lot of every time you talk to me,
Yeah.
whatever the light that you're using, it's like it's so powerful that it's whatever you're talking about, it's so closely related to what's going on in my life, like recently.
That is the gift of the light to me, bro. This is what I do. You're right. You're right. Because that's a testament to the Holy Spirit, right? Like I'm telling you, bro, it's not just you. You know how cool it is to walk around and be able to see into people's hearts and minds? But if you had this ability, could you do that and not judge them? Because that will be different. It's not available unless that. You see that? One who judges can't look into hearts and minds. He won't.
Right.
Or he'll look just far enough to not help anybody.
Yeah,
right?
it'll split up into.
So with great power comes great. And again, like I told you I told you when you were here at the beginning of this transformation, right? And I told you, I kept telling you, I would use the analogy of a spaceship, right? It's not an analogy now. I know what it is. So, like I would tell you, you have a very unique spaceship. You know? So I've noticed that everything I've said that because I've known you less time than I've known these guys. And that was me accurately describing the gift of the light to the person. You get what I'm saying? So you could keep that in mind because you'll be able to do something I can't do. And that's why you have to be here, right? He came down on a rainbow and then he had angels and he had the whole army going on. There's a battle, everybody, in your life right now that you're not seeing, but if you look, you'll see it. It's good and evil going on in your life every second, and it's spiritual. You have to know it's spiritual, and you'll see it keep showing up. How many times are you going to see a demon come out of somebody, right, and they get better before you realize something? Well, as long as it takes. As long as it takes, everybody. As long as it takes. However, I do want you to know this activity could suddenly stop with this guy doing this. Okay, you all need to know that. It's been proven that happens a lot of times. I don't know. Just a word of caution. I always come with a word of caution. Okay, Armando, what were the other two questions? Are they still relevant?
I'm gonna take away one and add one. I'm gonna say, how I have a doubt where I guess I'm comparing myself to a black belt in a way where I'm doubting myself on
as an analogy or actual like martial arts black belt, or do you mean like
an analogy,
black
like how you can use the light, how you use it, how accurate it is, or how I just mentioned about how closely related things you talk about. I don't know. I feel it inside.
I'm here every morning, right, to show the power of this book and the Holy Spirit. Okay, that's all. Now check this out. I know exactly what you're saying because 2 nights ago, coming back in the limo, I turned to everybody that was in limo. I said, I'm not sharing any more what I say when I'm in there. I really want to. I want to tell people how cool I was and how fun it was, and they can hear how this tongue speaks to women. It's just so cool, right? But I can't do that anymore because of that reason. Because I told them they're trying to figure me out, right? Yeah. And that's exactly what's happening here.
Yeah.
And guess what? That's gonna bring darkness to you, guaranteed.
And
you want that, bro. You want that because when you have the light, other people are trying to copy you, and you want them to get dark, because that means they're still not looking at God, Jesus, and the light.
Oh.
And I'm not here a singer trying to be a fucking superstar at all, right? If this camera was not on, I'd be sitting here talking to these guys about the same subject right now, for sure, right? So don't look for Adele right now or whatever, right? Look at the gift that they have and don't worry about it. And that gift, as I was told by him, you have it and you can do greater things too. So stop comparing. So but you're not comparing. It's another curse. You understand?
It's not comparing. It's like I'm comparing it in a good way where I'm trying to be as powerful as the other person. Like I'm doubting that I'm actually using a light am I actually doing it? Do I just feel good inside, or am I actually using the light?
Yeah, that's a dis-ease in this group too.
Oh,
It just means you're advancing properly. To me, it's the same dis-ease going on. Now it's kind of like impossible to say that I don't have the light. Right? It's too much to be around this long. But then the question arises in everybody, are they worthy of the light? And the answer is simple, no. The answer is absolutely not. Because when they are, they'll have it. I don't give it, right? He gives it. So to question, am I worthy of it? Of course you're not. Of course you're not. You know what I mean? If I worked for you for whatever, right? And I did my job and you pay me, I wouldn't wonder if I deserve the money. Payback, right? You want this power? You're doubting it? Okay. Well then, right?
I have to have faith on it.
Yeah. And it's good, but see, that's the thing. Don't do anything about it. You're supposed to talk about it. I can show you what's going on. To go back to what you were doing again. It's always trying. It is what? It is this Lord's enemy called Lucifer. It and all of its agents, which we live in his world right now, believe it or not. Well, I don't. That's what's called in the world, but not of the world. I'm in his world, but I'm not of his world. So I go out, as you see, looking for the ones that pretend to do this, and I murder them every night, right? And then I take the women, right? And then I murder them too, in a good way. That's my job, right? And we love getting women. So if you're part of the team, hurry up. I don't mean hurry up and come here. I mean hurry up and just see the light completely.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there was
Just
one
have
more.
faith, bro. Just have faith. That's it. Faith. That word, man. Just have faith. Okay, that's it. It would be like Jesus sleeping, coming out, and there's a storm, and he tells the storm, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
Hold on. Go to that. Let me show you something. Let me show you what's missed. Go to that part. Can someone find the part? Watch how this. You're gonna love this shit. This is the gift. Okay. Go to the part in the Bible, if you can find it, where Jesus is sleeping and there's a storm outside. They wake him up. He comes out. He does something to the storm. This is what was missed as a word. And if it's not there, I'll find it. I'll find it in one of the Bible. I know what he did.
Matthew.
Okay, let's have Sultan read it. Put it three-way. Whoa, you should have seen Sultan the last 3 days, bro. I ain't even gonna go over it. All right, read it.
It's Matthew 23 through 27. 8:23 through 27.
Can you read it? I'm looking for a certain spirit of a certain word that I know is missed. But when you hear it, you might think differently about it. Go ahead.
And when he was entered into a boat, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea.
What's a tempest?
Whoa.
Huh?
Opened right to it.
He opened right to it.
Just flipped and it went right to it.
He opened the Bible right to it. That big ass book. He went, the Yogi Chris just went like this, right to it. Where did I go to?
It's a tempest is a violent windy storm.
A violent windy storm. So let's go back. That's a tempest. Go ahead.
And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea.
Hold on. Tempest, temper, tantrum. A great violent storm in the sea. Temper. You get it? Tempest, temper. Same spirit. Temperature. I'm getting this. It's getting heated. It's getting heated now. It's a heated debate. Tempest, temperature, all that. It's the same beginning spirit, and then it latches on to other spirits, so you can't find it, okay? They put words together, not just in English. That's what you don't fucking get. To fully do the word like this, you have to hear what it sounds like, look what it looks like, flip it. This happens like this in my head, but it flips around, see if it makes any other things. Then say it as people say it, then say it in another way. Like it's so fun. It's like the greatest, you know, when I was a kid, my favorite thing, my parents would tell you, to get a little puzzle, these locked things that would lock together forever. My goodness. You cannot get me away from this for until it's done, and then grab another one. As an adult, I would carry in my pocket, but I would never carry. I would never do it. I had some. If you guys remember the past houses, I would always carry these things. So a tempest is a violent storm. Okay, please, one more time. You know how I interrupt. Go on.
Yeah.
From
And
beginning.
behold, oh, it's from the beginning.
Yeah.
And when he was entered into a boat, his disciples followed him. And behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the boat was covered with the waves. But he was asleep.
First of all, that might be missed. Let's hear that. It was such a violent storm that there was water in the boat. He was asleep. Keep that in mind, what piece he was in. He's got no worry while this shit is happening. This is important in the story. He was asleep while this, go in a boat and just go like that for a little bit, right? And then go into a tempest and a storm, and he's asleep while they're freaking out. Okay, go ahead.
And they came to him and awoke him.
So they wake him up. He's not even waking up. He's zombies. And then what? Yeah, you have to sleep in the same room. Yeah. He wants to throw shit at him. Shut the fuck up.
And they came to him and awoke him, saying,
Listen.
Save, Lord, we perish. And he said unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea.
There is the word. How did he stop the wind?
He rebuked.
Rebuked. When else do you hear rebuke from Jesus in the Bible? Demons. He didn't go out and say to the storm, calm down, I'm sleeping. He rebuked the storm. He rebukes demons. First he gets up, he goes, why are you afraid? He says, you little faith. Then he walks out, he rebukes. Jesus gets up and rebukes. Maybe it sounds like this. Back off! It's Jesus rebukes the storm. He didn't go tell it, calm the fuck down, I'm sleeping. It's a very specific word that keeps being missed in the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
So then what happens? He rebuked the storm.
Yes. I'm going to a different version of it because this one goes a little bit further. So,
Okay.
It will come up. Yeah. So he replied, you of little faith, why are you so afraid? Then he got up and rebuked the winds and the waves, and it was completely calm.
He rebuked the winds and the waves.
The men were amazed and asked, what kind of man is this? Even the winds and waves obey him.
No. The demons that moved the winds obeyed him. One thing you'll all notice as you start to make your work become this, everything will go wrong around you. At the most crucial moments, it won't work. I'm telling you, you're going to trip the fuck out and you're not going to believe it at all. Right? That storm was brought about by evil. Because first he says, why are you afraid? Then he rebukes the wind and the thing, and it calms down. He rebukes, you back off, you go to hell. Boom. Right? And they go, what kind of man is this who does that? What's the word they use?
What kind of man is this? Even the winds and waves obey him.
Because the spirit that was moving that wind and wave obeyed him. That's everything is spirit. And the Son of Man should not be in a fucking storm with his disciples freaking out. So either they don't freak out and nothing happens and they go right through it like he did. Maybe they should have all fucking slept at that moment and see what would have happened. Or maybe one of them would have stood up and said, the Lord is here, back off. There would be other choices there. Right? But they were afraid. They woke him up. He's like, why are you afraid? He goes out And at first he tells him, you have little faith. Then he rebukes, and then does he go back to sleep? What does he do?
Well, it says, well, that's 27. Then it goes into
Yeah, what's
him, restoring 2 demon-possessed men.
Oh, we'll go right into. What does it say about that? Let's go.
It says, when he arrived at the other side in the region of the Gadarenes,
Uh-huh.
2 demon-possessed men coming from the tombs met him.
Why don't people talk about that in the Bible? 2 demon-possessed men. What does that fucking mean? Let's just skip over him rebuking the storm and all that. Let's move on from the 2 demon-possessed men and let's go, judge not. So I can tell you some bullshit and say, you're judgmental, or you tell me whatever. What about this part? So he then goes on shore, and read that again. Listen to this, man. Why can't people see this? That's all I see, actually, when I read it.
When he arrived at the other side in the region of Gadarenes, 2 demon-possessed men coming from the tombs met him.
Okay, then what happened?
They were so violent that no one could pass that way.
These guys are so violent that no one could even go past them. 2 demon-possessed men come out of the tombs, which I don't want to get into even. But they're 2 demon-possessed men that are so violent that nobody could even pass them. That's what's happening. Now, it could be a fantasy, but if it's a fantasy, I'm playing it, man. It's way better fantasy than other shit. Go on.
They were so violent that no one could pass that way. What do you want with us, Son of God? They shouted.
How did they know that was a son of God? That is key. Demons know when you're in the light. People don't. People go, oh, you look good. Demons in them know. So as I move through wherever, and I'm not just that, I'm the one, you don't look for me, motherfucker, I look for you, guy. I'm here working to kill him. But I want to kill evil. I just don't want to kill people. Right? I want to kill the actual evil, the darkness in them. And I'm merciless and ruthless and vengeful and all those fucking words that I would want to be as a warrior, finally righteously. So now they see him, these violent men, and they recognize him where other people are not even recognizing him when he's doing miracles. The demons go, Son of God, Son of Man, Son of God.
Son of God.
Son of God. What did they say? What do you want with us?
It says, yeah, what do you want with us, Son of God? They shouted.
Jesus is just walking. And then
that reminds me of a level in a game, Doom 1. You ever played Ultimate Doom?
Uh-huh.
In the level, it's one of the last levels, and then it transitions to the next chapter.
Yeah.
And the Doom guy encounters 2 Hell Knights. And once you kill both of them, I guess you go into teleporter and then he dies or something and goes to the next chapter or something.
Let's see what Jesus does.
What do you want with us, Son of God? They shouted. Have you come here to torture us before the appointed time?
I torture them around me. Right? For real. Then what?
Some distance from them, a large herd of pigs were feeding.
Nice.
The demons begged Jesus, if you drive us out, send us into the herd of pigs. He said to them, go. So they came out and went into the pigs, and the whole herd rushed down the steep bank into the lake and died in the water.
Nice.
Those tending the pigs ran off, went into the town and reported all this, including what had happened to the demon-possessed men. Then the whole town went out to meet Jesus. And when they saw him, they pleaded with him to leave their region.
Why? He just got rid of 2 violent demons, right? They go tell the village. They come back and they pleaded with him to leave the village. Keep going. Does anybody even know this story?
Yeah, it cuts off there.
That's crazy, Gio.
Whole village, man.
He goes and says, this guy just came, got rid of these demons, put him in the thing, and then the village comes and says, please leave. Let's see why. Take your time, don't rush. We don't rush ever.
Ah, here. A little different here. So, Son of God, art thou come? The devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine. He said unto them, Go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea and perished in the waters.
Nice.
And they that kept them fled and went their ways into the city and told everything and what was befallen to the possessed of the devils. And behold, the whole city came out to meet Jesus. And when they saw him,
Thank you, Jesus.
when they saw him, they besought him.
What does that mean? Besought.
Is maybe cursed as what I'm thinking, but besought is to ask urgently and fervently to do something. So
Okay.
beg.
Yeah. Like, please, you know,
Yeah.
fervently, like a lot of like intensity in the begging.
They besought him that he would depart out of their coast.
Go on.
And he entered into a ship and passed over and came into his own city.
That's it. He left. So doesn't say why, but we do know he goes there. He gets rid of demons. They say, please leave. He's like, sayonara, right? He does his feet,
Yeah.
and there's a testament to them.
The next part is him basically him curing somebody.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Right? And I think it's interesting that the rebuking came right after that again. Remember where he was going on that ship? Remember what happened? Remember when he arrived, two men met him? You remember what they said? Please leave. That wasn't a regular storm. You understand? And it's right there. If you could see what I'm seeing, right? He rebuked it. Then he arrives. Two men with demons come out. Have you come to whatever he does? Then they run and tell him. Then they say, please leave. And he leaves. He was just crossing over. He was just passing through town. Okay? So if you think people are going to like you, you're wrong. My tongue was gifted better than Satan's tongue. Otherwise, I would not be liked and admired when I go out. Because I don't say one thing they like. I tell them how dirty they are. I tell them how weak they are, pathetic they are. I say it exactly as it is. And they love me. Right? But if you do it, you're going to get hurt. And everybody has got hurt trying it. You see that? You're supposed to do your gift. Okay? Dang. I feel like we're talking about my character right now. Crazy. Okay. Armando, you came with some questions. You got some answers. But you already have all the answers. You were just confirmed with the answer. Okay?
Do you there's one more, but I mean, this is a very curious one I had. It's do you know are you the only student of your magnitude under your teachers?
Absolutely. Always been,
Wow.
still am. Well, I mean, you could trace Sorash Ibazar's history. There's just a new teacher. And once again, I'm doing what I've always done with all the teachers. As our best student, I literally, on every single one of those individuals that I named, I went out and I challenged every other student of every other teacher and their teachers.
Wow.
I would tell the story of the first time I spoke at called Captain Cook's. I think Hannah was there with me, actually. And it was the first time I spoke for a group of pickup artists, and Matador took me there. And this was the place that, like, all the greatest pickup artists, it's like stand-up comedy. This was the place the greatest would always speak, and then they become big, right? So Matador, who was my mentor at the time, takes me over there, and he introduces me. Right before I go up, there's a guy from Style Life, which is Neil Strauss's group, which is Mystery's top student at the time. And that guy is speaking, and he's got a whole chart. The moment you see chart, you got doubled. Never had a fucking chart. And every time I tried, I'd scribble on it. So, can you read it? And I would say, that's really for me. Anyways, this motherfucker had a chart of everything, right? And then he starts making fun of the mystery method. If it wasn't for mystery method, his goddamn teacher wouldn't be there. So when I get up, there's a video somewhere, man. First thing I say is, I am a student of the mystery method. And I could beat all of you, every one of you and your teachers as I start, but with vengeance I'm speaking. And I look at them. I said, tonight I'm going to go out Not only am I going to beat you, I will out loud speak the mystery method as I do it. That's where it started. I will tell you in front of the girl, I'm gonna open the conversation with you right now. This is a method that I learned on how to talk to you better. I said I would go and I will tell you the mystery method. I will do the mystery method. And I said, and I'll beat all of you. Does anybody want to take the challenge? I looked around. And then I said, so shut the fuck up and listen. And then I started. I'm doing the same thing. I am going to defeat every man using this at this game that I play in life, right? So if anyone has a challenge, let's go. This is my teacher. I'm his best student. And just like before, what I learned, I like to teach others because it saved my life. Okay? Right on, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Okay. Clock time is 12:02, 1 p.m. We're done. Or 1:30. Let me check the schedule. I checked the girlfriend's schedule to see what time they're coming. It says AZD 1. Okay, we have till 1. Go ahead.
You have a text question?
Yes. Oh, I have a girl question on text. Let's go over that. Yeah, Hannah texted. I remember watching when I gave that little speech. Totem was with me too. All right. Do we have a question from a girl here? Says how to handle people not communicating well or not communicating at all and feeling like people don't care. So when I hear that sentence from a woman, I don't hear people, I hear a man. Okay, so whoever's asking that question, if it's about how to handle a man not communicating well or not communicating at all or not at all, feeling like he doesn't care about me. If that is the question, clear it up for real before I go on. If it's not, then I'll answer that. But if it's about a man, ask about a man. I don't know who you are anyways. Coming to me randomly through a girlfriend. So clear that up for me. Is it a man? It says it was about girls. So a girl is asking how to handle friends, girls, not communicating well. Okay, so that's different now. How to handle girls or friends not communicating well. Hold on, let me check something. I need to make sure. I don't want to be duped because then I'll be duping you. Okay? I'm checking the question. So it's three girls who've asked this question, right? I asked for their names. I know all three. I'm going to answer first. First, I'm going to answer the question that I want to answer, which is, how do you get a guy, although it's saying it's not that, I'm still going to answer that. How do you handle a guy not communicating well or not communicating at all and feeling like he doesn't care? First, I'm going to answer that. Okay? Once a man has sex with you, he's done. Okay? That's it. That's why you're not supposed to have sex until marriage. Because then he's already seen you, knows he could hang out with you, have a good time, share the light, and you actually enjoy each other's company for a long time. Then when he commits to you in marriage and you have sex, he still feels different about you after that. Okay? After having sex with him for a long time, he doesn't like you as much, just so you know. That's why it's really important that he likes you before you have sex, not after. Right? If he can't share your company without sex and have a good time, one time, twice, a month, 3 months, I don't know, right? Then it's going to be very difficult. All right. So that is the first one for the how to deal with the man. Okay, you're having sex too early and you've had sex with too many men. Okay, so basically, in order for you to get a man to do all that, you're going to have to clean your own past with men. That's not going to happen. Now, how do you get girls? How do girls handle other girls not communicating well to them, not communicating at all, or feeling like people don't care? Well, what I would say is this. The people asking this question, one, none of them communicate well. I know all three. Right? So how can I say, how do I handle you not communicating well when I don't communicate well, Gio? That'll be weird. So you all three people asking that question don't know how to communicate well. Okay? Two of them have enough knowledge and information to speak a lot, but not communicate at all. They can talk all day, but not communicate at all. Talking is not communicating. They can listen all day and not hear one word the other person is saying, and go to lunch and go to dinner or whatever. So they're not actually speaking and they're not actually listening first. Then they want to know, how about a person who doesn't communicate at all? Now, don't hang out with that person. They are not in a position to be hanging out in a social situation, right? They're not communicating. I hate it when we go out and people don't talk. I always spot that person as something not good, unless they're working on something and I know the difference, okay? So if I'm out with people and there's three of us and one person doesn't talk at all, if three of my girlfriends are hanging out with me and one doesn't acknowledge in the group after once, twice, what the fuck is wrong with you? Right? Why? Because it starts to create a negative effect on everybody. Okay? And you have an obligation when you're around people to not have your face down and being stupid. Don't go out. Go. You obviously have a problem, don't you? You obviously have a problem, don't you? Good. This is not the time to go do shit. This is the time to not have a problem. Right? So go pray, go meditate, go eat vegetables, go rest, go do coke, do what you got to do, right? Until you could be around people. And then one more. And then feeling like people don't care. Okay, well, here's some news for all the women. Your friends don't care about you. How's that? Your girlfriends don't like you. How's that? Okay? You don't know that, or you don't believe that, or you don't want to believe that. And then it comes through with a little bit of a qualification, which says their friends are ghosting them and not answering them because they don't like you. Right? Because if you like someone, you don't ghost them and you answer them. It's as simple as that. If a person is ghosting me, a girl, let's say, right, and is not answering me, then she doesn't like me, or she's on a fucking trip, or she's dealing with some shit. My own girlfriend, Cristali, I sometimes don't hear from her for 2 days, right? But then I don't try to make her communicate because we're going to communicate again. And then she's going to tell me exactly what I already knew. Life's been shit for 2 days. All right, well, I know that happens with her and I and whatever, right? But we don't lose our friendship in a relationship, right? I don't think differently of her, right? Because I like her. She likes me. So you, with these problems, don't have friends yet. Now, there's one other part. Since I've noticed that I can never point that way, I always have to point this way, the question would arise, are you a friend to them? Remember how we had to deal with that yesterday, Gio? Are you their friend? And if you go, yeah, I text them back, that's not what a friend is, okay? I have people that are always texting me back, and they always want a piece of IMC or me or some other shit. Guys that text me like girls, okay? Saluting and sucking my dick just to fucking come around. Texting doesn't mean you're friends. It means the business could take place, right? So I don't know. I don't think you're probably a very good friend, right? And you should look at it. Because if you're saying, no, I'm a great friend, okay? If you're saying, I'm a great friend, are you ready? these questions don't come up about people that you're great friends with. Like I just talked about Cristali, right? She's one of my best friends in life, straight up. Since the first day I met this girl till now, I could tell her anything and everything without any disturbance in her, right? She's my girlfriend. I could go tell her how I fucked that girl while she's my girlfriend. Not because she didn't love me, not because she didn't want to be with me, not all that shit, right? But she was like one of my best friends from day one. Then we broke up like 900 times. Okay? And we're still together somehow. And we're still great friends. That's a friend. A friend, if I'm a friend, these questions don't arise. If they arise, I can handle it with my friend. I can go to my friend and go, what's going on? Right? If I talk to her, I can say, I haven't heard from you for a couple of days. You good? The answer should resolve what had just happened. If she lies, it won't resolve it. She tells me what happened, then that's what it is. It would make sense to me, right? Because we're friends. I wouldn't assume she's lying. I would catch it anyways. So it would make sense. You know what I mean? Because we're friends.
You know it at that point. Like,
Yeah. That's right. Electra is one of my best friends.
Man.
So she has a different speed in communication, different level of communication. Cristali's my girlfriend. Electra is my girlfriend. They're both two of my best friends. Speed is different, communication is different. Speed is different, communication is different. Okay, cool. I'm not trying to have the same friend everywhere. What would that be? Right? But since we're friends, and not just lovers, but friends, which is more important, then these questions are easily handled by me and with my friend. But if I have to go ask you a technique so that they can act more proper as my friends, now the question is starting to sound real retarded. Now it sounds really weird. How can I get these people to communicate better to me, be better friends with me, and not ghost me? Gio, how can I get Cristali to talk better to me, not ghost me? Give me some techniques, Gio.
Man.
All right, maybe I should send her $500 and say, get her a purse or some shit tonight. Baby.
That shit don't work. It's not gonna last.
Yeah, well, it's not real.
A couple days.
It's not real.
It's not.
You're not friends.
It's fake.
But you are also not their friend, right? You are also not their friend. And a friendship is something only one can give. And you don't even know if that's your friend until the day they betray you. Friendship is given by one person by themselves 100%. And when it's given, you can't take it away. That's my friend. I don't give a fuck. Right? How could you be friends with that? Whatever. My friend. Fuck. Yeah, but blah, blah. Okay, guess what? He's still my friend. Right? He's still my friend. All right? All right. So there's the answer for that question. Next. Yeah, I wouldn't want to speak either. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I saw yesterday after talking with everybody.
Yeah.
You know, there's this quote in the Bible that talks. I said it earlier about judgment.
Mm-hmm.
You be judged. And I was seeing judgment. I was seeing like judging somebody else as evil, but judging myself is not.
I told you over and over and over. Stop judging yourself.
Yeah.
I told you in the car, I told you in the club, I told you in the house. So why could you not hear that? Or did you not believe me? Or did you not? What? It wasn't you didn't know it.
Yeah.
It wasn't the reference wasn't there.
Right.
It's not I didn't say it.
Yeah.
What prevented it? And then what was the moment you got it? You're not wrong. I want to show everybody what could happen. It wasn't new information. I even told him a bunch of times. Other people heard. And I told him privately when you didn't hear. That was when I kept telling him. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, you told me multiple.
So the correction was given for days. That's why suddenly it was executed. Because I knew I'd given the right answer. Okay, yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I did. Like I heard you say, not judge.
Yourself, I
Yeah,
said.
myself, right?
Yes. And don't judge yourself.
Yeah.
Look at it. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't see it as like an evil thing. Like
But why?
I just didn't see it as that. I just saw it as I heard you say it, but I wasn't able to do it. I just kept doing it. So
Right.
once I realized
Right.
that it would be the same as judging somebody else.
Yes. Because for you to judge yourself, you'd have to say, you know exactly how you're supposed to be. You know your plan, you know, and that's false. That's why you can't judge yourself or others, because I sure as fuck don't know anything about me either.
Yeah.
So when you start judging that, whatever the fuck you did, when you get in full light, you'll see you never made a mistake, even though it was a mistake. And you know how that works, by the way? He's been a gold medalist. He's been a champion. In order to be a champion at anything, you lose so many times, guys. Right? Like martial arts analogy that would say the black belt has been submitted, like he lost. The black belt has been submitted so many more times than the white, orange, blah, blah. It means that he's been defeated, right? The top guy has been defeated more times than those guys could count, right? Now, check this out. The Olympic medalist has been going for years and years and just fucking everything up. However, the moment the gold, the light, is put on him, remember all those losses are now okay. You know, the reason why he took me down is because 1,000 times my teacher took me down like that. So when he went, I didn't even think about it. Now, those 1,000 times when I was taken down as a loser, man, I just can't, boom, boom. I won because I lost 1,000 times to that move before. But you suddenly have to be a winner of your life. Then even getting raped was right. Hear it from this preacher of God. Once you find it, it was right. If you're still in victim and darkness, it was extremely wrong. Now, the act was wrong, no matter what. I'm not saying the act is right. I'm saying even if you lost everything and you were sitting in a wheelchair like this, talking through something, if you were in spirit, then you would know everybody's body would look like that one day. Right? But your body looks like this, and you're totally cool. Right? And every time you use the fucking computer, say some deep shit. Right? Judge not. Right? No arms, no legs, walking around looking homeless. You deserve it. Look at you. Yes, I'm broken, but I'm okay with it. You're trying not to be homeless, correct? But don't you want to walk? I don't think about it. Right?
Right.
This body is comfortable. It gets pushed around. Get it? But don't you want to have sex with women? Yes. I also want to eat and many other things. Right? So, there's not something like that.
Yeah. So with Yogi Chris, I saw that.
Captain.
Yeah, there's a.
He just went from Yogi Chris to captain on this conversation. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's because when I was because I'm judged. I mean, I judge myself a lot. But it's been like that for years.
Yeah.
And when I've been doing it, it's all from anger.
Yes.
There's an anger behind it.
Yes.
It's not coming like, like it's not discerning like, okay, if let's say I did fucking make that mistake or whatever the fuck the situation is.
Yes.
I gotta look at it without the anger.
Yes.
It's always been anger. It's been anger.
Because anger is one of the most destructive demons.
Yeah.
You could have.
Yeah.
You cannot trust an angry person, guys.
Yeah.
Not in control. They are not in control. You've been angry. I've been angry. I have scars on my body for being angry. Not tattoos, scars, hitting things and having marks.
Yeah. So, like I was saying yesterday, because I mean, it's going to come up again. I'm going to judge.
It'll be different.
Yeah, I know. When I look at it, it's just going to be looking at it without the anger.
Yeah.
It's not just anger. more than just anger there. It's frustration.
Yeah.
Uh,
Same family.
yeah. Cousins.
Leads into anger eventually. And then
Yeah.
it expresses either through that or depression. It'll go either depression
Yeah.
or anger. And both are going to destroy your life at that moment. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and then also, you know what? I was talking to Zay yesterday too.
The black angel.
The Black Angel, Zay. Yeah, he was telling me. He was sitting right here actually. when he
Yeah.
was telling me. He was saying
He
that.
never sits there.
What's that?
He never sits there.
True.
Wow.
Yeah, he was saying that. Wait, maybe you want to repeat it? I mean, I don't want to butcher your words. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, well, just say the message you got.
Yeah.
The message you got was
Yeah, it was.
always about the message.
Yeah, it's just. It's when you're in the position that I'm in.
Yeah. How do you like it?
Yeah, it's gonna try to take it all away from you.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There'll be a storm right when you're fucking about to go do something. Right? And if the people around you don't have the light, you may drown. Oh, you won't. They will.
Yeah. So.
But then that's your people.
Yeah, it was just clear. Like it was clear that. Yeah, it's trying to take it away from me. Like even last night with with the sleep that we're talking about. That's what that was.
That's going to become fun.
Yeah. So. There's a lot of work. There's a lot of work to be done here. It's
Yes.
obvious.
Yes. You got to go through hell. You're not there yet.
Yeah. I'm definitely still in hell. Like that's the experience.
Yeah.
But I'm becoming more aware. Like I'm aware because what Zay said, I wasn't looking at it the way Zay was talking about it. I wasn't seeing it like that. But I see that's what it is. It's
Fascinating. I even said those words to you. I said it like this: with the power I'm giving you, structure.
yeah.
Do not fuck up because it's gonna try to take that from you, man. I'm telling you. See, he has heard everything from me. However, something that does happen, okay, it's been testified by others, is during that moment, I don't register as me to them. It's very interesting. I'm not in the same position in their life as before. I've had a girlfriend say to me, when you were talking during that time, I was looking at you and going, who's this guy and why am I here? My own girlfriend of years when she was going through some shit like that. Told me later, because just so you know, I was like, who is this guy? Girlfriend of over 10 years. I'm looking at you, you're talking, who is this guy? What am I doing here? Yeah. Right?
Yeah.
I don't, she was like, I didn't know you. I'm listening to you. And I kept thinking, who's this guy? That's scary, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Hell yeah, bro.
And if I had acted unrighteously, it would have been a different result and not her free of that shit. She's doing great.
Yeah, it's interesting because when you said it, I didn't perceive it like that. Like,
Right.
I didn't know you.
How did you perceive it? How did you perceive me?
Perceived you as I would always perceive.
Oh, yeah?
There wasn't anything different.
Cool.
I think what it was, I was unconscious when you were saying it to me, or I wasn't there. I wasn't fully present when you were saying it.
Right.
Because I don't remember I do remember when you said about the judgment. You said about try to take it all away from you. I remember that now, but I forgot about that.
I was telling you, in the position you are with me, with these titles, with these words, this structure, you've got to be very careful. Because you're right next to this guy. These are the things, and you're doing that. And I would say, if Manu said, you can't fuck up right now, bro. He's going to try to do that, and it's going to destroy you. You can't fuck up right now.
Yeah, I even saw it. It's the fucking up is. Oh man, it's handling these like weird, like ever since yesterday, this whole after it got resolved.
Yeah.
I've been getting fucking like people that I haven't talked to in how long messaging me.
Yeah.
But not in a good way, like negative shit.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Girls will get it in a good way. They'll get invited to a boat or something.
Yeah.
Girls will
I can see how that would be perceived as a good thing, but
Yeah.
it's not. It's actually evil. Like that seems
The
like
boat thing or your text?
both.
So your texts seem good, but they're not.
No way.
So that's
Not it.
exactly what I was saying. He's not getting negative texts. He's getting positive words, but they're negative.
They're like it's passive aggressive.
Right. We didn't get that when you said that. We thought you were getting like negative energy coming. as words, right? So that's
Right.
exactly what happens with the girls. They just exaggerate it bigger for each other. This will come in the form of compliments or questions, or I want to know something, and can you help me with that? And you know what I mean? Stop helping people unless you have a specific thing you're doing. Wait, just wait. Wait a little bit, okay? You won't believe what you're dealing with, guys. I swear you won't believe what you're dealing with. I keep saying that. You won't believe what you're dealing with. That's the whole point. It's unbelievable. It's supposed to be unbelievable. Because if it was real to you, you would not act the way you're acting right now. You just wouldn't. You would stop everything you're doing for real. Guys, you're not seeing what's really happening. You're experiencing the effects and you don't know what the fuck is happening. Why can't you fix it? Right? Why can't you? How come nobody can fucking fix it? But then how come when they come here, it's fixed? Right? You know, so even if I'm wrong, the results are better. Okay, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, the final thing is just about the, you know, the 9,000, it was like $8,800, whatever.
Yeah.
That is like, it's still hard to see that. It's interesting. I don't know what it is.
Don't worry about it.
So
Don't worry about it.
yeah, it's so strange.
Why are you thinking about that?
It's just weird to me. Like,
Don't think about it.
yeah, it comes up randomly, but yeah,
It's another trap. Don't think about it.
yeah.
Money is gonna pull you.
It's not the fact that I gotta make more. That's definitely not, like, that comes up, but it's not that. It's not like I recognize that, like that demon or whatever comes up.
He made so far this month, he's made $10,000. So far. He didn't pocket $10,000. He at least, for sure, pocketed $35,000 to $4,000 this month. At least. Got it? At least. That's more than every person on there right now. Yep. Anybody up there making more than $4,000 a month right now? Raise your hand. Except you, except people in this room. Is any man or woman up there making $4,000 a month for yourself? He took that in. He also gave me another $5,000 of that money. He gave somebody else $300. He shared the money, but he, with his own work, made $10,000. Is there a man up there who made $4,000, which he took for himself? Is there a man up there? You broke ass niggas. Right? Even though that, he's still thinking about money. Right? Now, before that, he couldn't afford gas or food sometimes. Not kidding. Or a drink in a club. He had to borrow $20 to be able to buy a Coke for a girl one night or some shit like that. Okay? Right? And in 1 month, from that being his condition for years, actually, at least 3 to 4 years, that was his condition. In 1 month, since he got the light, he's made for himself 4,000, for me 5,000, for him 200, some shit like that. Okay, and it's still going. We're not done yet. Okay, but he's still thinking about money, right? But like righteously. You know what I mean? So don't think about it, and if it comes up, it's not your thought. Don't worry about it. Okay, don't worry about it.
And I also saw like how. Remember I was saying I was feeling bad about others, like, because they weren't doing that?
Yeah.
I saw how that was evil.
It's evil of them. See that? It's evil of them.
It is, yeah, that's what it is evil of them.
That's why.
And I also, I mean, I was looking at it in the way that if I'm feeling bad for them,
yeah,
that would also be evil, because I'm promoting that.
Yeah.
I'm promoting them being evil, because they're not, they know that they can do it, but they're choosing not to do it.
Yeah.
So that's on them. That's not on me. It has nothing to do with me.
Exactly.
And if they don't want to do it, then I'm not going to feel sorry. I mean, even if they want to, it's like, if they're not doing it, then there's no reason for me to.
That's right. And that's why if you're around me and we're doing this every day and you show up dark, that's evil. You're telling others this doesn't work. This shit works. Right? It's the same thing. Suddenly you go out and that guy can't eat. He has the same opportunity as you or more, maybe. He's working fucking 2 jobs. Not seeing his son, whatever. And he can't afford food. Who are you working for? shit.
Yeah, and then even feeling bad, that stops the flow. I see how that would
It
stop.
stops your flow.
That would stop my flow if I'm feeling bad for.
Because that's evil, and you can't worship two gods. That's so subtle, you can't even imagine it.
Yeah.
You as a man being broke are being evil, unless you never ever bring it up as a complaint. Then I wouldn't know either. I wouldn't know. He wouldn't know. Nobody cares. But if you bring it up, okay? What are you, fucking retarded? What's wrong with you? Go get 5 jobs. Don't come out. Right? What's wrong with you, man? To have a good time here. Right? You're broke ass sitting next to me looking at my food. Get your own food. Pig. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's everywhere. Fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck them.
Yeah.
Here's the book. Here's the way. Fuck you if you don't go. Right?
Yeah.
Too bad for you. Go on. Is that it?
Yeah. Just
Right on. It's good to have you back.
Yeah. Thank you. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah. No more feeling sorry for these fuckers, man.
No, don't. Because they're cursing you with that.
Yeah. Fuck them.
They want you
Yeah,
to not be bright.
They do. I know. I know. It's so obvious. It was
from your friends.
I know.
But they are possessed.
I know.
Just like you were possessed with me.
Yep. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And that's why you have to have other friends.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's 2 people in conflict, man. And you want your friends to be in the light. Otherwise, it's you versus 3 demons in conflict. That's girls solving each other's problems in a group. Right? Why do you give a fuck about him anyway? Right? It's way better. You know fucking Johnny, he likes you. Who's Johnny? Who's Johnny? He said, smile on the other day. Who's Johnny? Who's Johnny? Girls, who's Johnny? Someone's hard to drop. They try to erase Johnny.
Yeah.
All right. All right, anything else?
Just yeah. Yeah, just not like one thing I realized.
John, who's John?
Just realizing having having a grip on your money is what's making you guys broke.
Yeah, and on the girl.
Yeah, yeah,
right?
Yeah, it's the same.
And on your dick. That's why you're masturbating. Anything you hold on, right? It's preventing you from getting that thing.
Yeah.
Try to hold on to the girl, you lose the girl.
Yeah, it sounds easy to do, but
it's simple to do.
It is simple,
but difficult to go through to get here.
Yeah, because that's when you were saying like the 2-3 years of being in that condition is because that's what it was. I had a grip on money. Like I was gripping my money super tight, even though I didn't have any. Like it was fun. It's funny. I barely had any, but I didn't have any money, but I was gripping it so hard.
Yeah.
And then now, like when I look at buying something, like because I'm not even buying shit for myself, man.
What do you need, bro?
I haven't bought anything for myself except maybe this, and I bought you guys some books. I bought me a book.
That's what I'm talking about. We don't need that much shit.
I spend money at the strip club.
Yeah, we have fun.
And I bought a drink here and there.
Yeah.
I go, but it's not what you think it is. It's just when the moment is like I'm gonna spend this money on like fucking let's say a t-shirt or something. It's just there's no thought about. There's no thought about it. Of course, like if I go to the store and I'm like, that's a Gucci shirt, it's like $5,000.
Fuck Gucci. Gucci.
Man, that shit. Not because it's $5,000. Because why the fuck would I spend $5,000 on that?
Yeah, exactly. Because you're not branded by them. You're branded by the brand that you wear. You're branded like a cow. Right? That's what a brand is. Right? Someone was working on their brand. I said, what's your brand? Yesterday. And they were trying to use IMC's name for their brand.
Then they get.
Remember? Like, really? You're going to go do all that shit, make $100 return, come back, use that to make this big? Motherfucker, this is bigger than your entire existence. Right? This is much bigger than you could make big. Right? You could become big doing this with us, but that's why you're a mouse. Go ahead.
Yeah, see how you get branded by your woman too. Like she's branding you.
That's Satan brands.
Yeah. Branding you with like a fucking what do you call it? What are those things?
Yeah, Iron Man.
It's
That's
a-
what I said
it's
right
a
now.
band,
So
right?
Don, you're a cow.
Yeah.
Okay,
That just became clear to me.
nice,
Yeah.
good. And now it's really clear. Whatever was left is gone now. Okay, nice. That's why you guys got to learn to testify, confess, testify, right? Because then it gets it out of you. If it's not out of you, it's in you, right? When you get it out of you, if you change it up, it's still in you. You have to get it out of you. Express train outside. Get the fuck out of here. Runaway train, never coming back. Right? One way on a wrong way travel. Whatever the fuck this. All right, nice. This is great. So 12:36. Time has extremely slowed down in my experience here. It was like 10 minutes ago, which was 1 minute ago. Okay, all right. What else? Anybody online? Who's Johnny? Is there a John online?
No.
Okay. All right, nobody wants to talk anymore? Any of the girls want to say anything? Okay, well then we'll talk here and then we'll wrap it up, I guess. Well, we're gonna go to 1 regardless, okay? Yeah,
I have a question.
yeah,
Yeah. So when it comes to, ministering to people online,
yeah.
I'm just looking at like, helping them with their problem,
Yeah,
but not getting into it with like,
each of you has a specific job and the way to do it. For everybody here doing the ministering, all you do is you listen to them.
Huh?
Then you testify to your freedom of that.
Huh?
That's it.
Okay.
Right? That's it. He says, I'm nervous. You say how you used to be nervous and how you experience it now. If you're not fully free of it, say how it is. The improvement and how you're going to be free of it. That. It ends. Then he says what he says. If he doesn't, he just listens and says, what do you think about that? Right? Cool. Well, that's what I'm talking to you about. If you want to go that direction, I can get you in contact with AZD or blah, 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 blah. All you do right now is just testify to your freedom. And even with the girl, you don't handle her. You testify to your freedom. Okay? Nothing forward yet. Eventually, has to be. I don't know that, honestly. Seems like it has to be. I don't know.
forward, you mean like advice?
Right now, okay, you're not going to help anybody because it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Okay? But right now, by you testifying to your freedom, they see the light. That's helping them. Then you point them to the path that you're on. That's all you do as a minister right now. And if they can't get that, move to the next fucking guy. If they can't see your freedom, fuck them. Right? Yeah. It's like that village. Get out of here, it says. All right, I'm just passing through, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I was just passing through your name. I came across your name all the way to another name. Right? Right? You're not as important as you think you are. My work is important. You decide if you're important by the way you act. Moving on. That's how you get girls. How you make money. Right? Because, they say all the time, but they don't know what they're talking about. Like attracts like, blah, blah, blah. Right? The questions about friends you have, the girls, like attracts like. You're just like them. Okay? All right. What else? Gio, what's going on with you? Update us.
Me?
Miracle Man.
Man. See.
Eminem. Miracle Man. That's Eminem right there.
Eminem, huh?
All right? That's Eminem. Hi, I'm Eminem. I'm Eminem.
Hi, I'm Eminem.
Hold on, I gotta figure out how to say that. Hi. Name? Eminem. What? Eminem.
Eminem.
M and Eminem. Hard to say it over and over. You know the rapper?
Yeah. You know
But
the
it's
rapper?
Eminem, like the
Eminem?
candy. Huh?
It's Eminem.
What is? What?
Eminem.
What about it?
That's why. You know Eminem? I'm an MM. Magic Man.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's how I came up with Eminem. Magic Man, Eminem.
Mhm.
And then, what is Eminem? Miracle Man.
Miracle Man.
Yeah,
There you go.
That's right.
it. That's what it is.
Yeah. Ask him what my name is. You say, Eminem. No, I'm just saying, like, I'm giving you the words. When you introduce yourself as Eminem, it'll be great if you introduce yourself as Eminem, bro. It's a pattern interrupt. But it makes sense because the syntax would be right. Eminem, Miracle Man, let's move on. Yeah, you can follow that all the way up to the light.
Mm.
Right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good ladder.
Yeah, it's a nice little one.
Hell yeah.
Okay. But I can't say Eminem. He can't say Eminem. He can't say Eminem. He can't say Eminem. You can say Eminem. Yeah, that becomes what Armando was asking about.
Yes.
You saying Eminem can continue the conversation without being goofy.
Mm.
Right? Or she
Right.
accepts Eminem. Right? Okay, go ahead.
So yeah, my experience yesterday and today it's been really great. I decided to go to church because I wanted to get a Bible.
Uh-huh.
So I asked me and a couple of the bros, we went and we got to experience these religious organizations.
Pure evil.
Pure-
I got this bit pure evil when you go to the church. Your churches right now are evil.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
First one we went to this church, I forgot, Southern. Real cool, man. As soon as we walked in, so many signs. The whole atmosphere was eerie. It was one of my brothers caught an old lady peeking from the corner away. There, bro, all you can see the fear, and the guys. This is for all the guys in all the church that I saw, except for the older gentleman. He was a little different,
right?
But all the other guys, the younger, they all had this. It wasn't just paranoid or anxiety. They were literally walking together like they were in chains.
Yeah,
they're
starting to see now. Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Bro, it just, oh man, like for just to say that Southern Church didn't even have a Bible. They had no Bible to give away. They said it's not a library.
Really? Did the preacher have a book he wrote about the Bible in there? You should have asked. Is there any literature that was written here that would help me? Oh yeah, we got $9.95, $13.95.
Nothing. But that part I should have asked that for sure. They didn't have anything. And as soon as we walked out, it's like they don't have the word. And some black lady heard us like, oh, they do. You just have to go to the library. I'm like, well, then why do people come here?
Look at it, you go, no, they don't have the word.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And then you look at it, you go, so I'm just gonna brush the dust off my feet and let that be a testament to this church. And you keep walking. Ooh, fucking angel of God walked in and she heard it. Stay on the truth. Okay? The word is not in the book. Right? They didn't have a book. You could have said, they don't have the Bible here. Said, oh, they're in the library. Oh, thank you. When you say they don't have the word is here. And if you continued the truth of that, it would have hit her real hard. Right?
That's how it was. And so I went to these churches, same thing. We got some Bibles and you just can see it. They're hiding. They got so much fear.
Perverts.
And it's oh man, what an embarrassment for a house of the Lord. Seriously.
Yeah, it's a house of the devil.
House of the devil. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And then
church is not a building. Church is where a man of God sits with two or more and speaks about God.
Church.
Then I am there, he said. That's church. Church is inside, not outside. Okay? It's not a fancy building.
It's on the inside.
Yeah. Otherwise, these hotels are great churches. For the devil, they are, though. It's the same thing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
They're competing with that. They're competing with that. Right?
Right.
They're competing for likes. We have 10,000 people. Got a stadium packed. Holy Spirit is alive. Right?
Right, exactly.
Fucking gross.
So that part, man, and like you said earlier, it's just speaking from my testimony, from my experience of the freedom.
Yeah.
I eventually ended up at the Jehovah's Witness section. Same thing. The guys really, really nervous. Like they were literally they're in chains together. And but I I got to experience myself to express myself more freely. Just telling them, I was like, yeah, I was raised in this as a Jehovah's. Then I left exploring spirituality, dreams. I was testifying. I was dreams and magic and all that. I received a lot of. I was just confessing to these guys. They were also that I would even tell them that.
Yeah.
and the older John, he heard it's like, but as soon as one of my brothers started picking up the Bible and he started divulging all about it, I started finding peace once again, and I realized the word is in the heart.
Yeah. You said that?
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The younger the guys, they was really interested. They didn't hear it. It's like they were on face when I said that.
Yeah.
But the older guy in the back, he heard, he lit up. It's like, you're right, it's in the heart. It's just to see that to see the people, there's people that have the eyes to hear or the eyes to see, bro. It's like it's out there, bro. But it's like right now, my part.
Did you see that little guy that said that? Do you remember his face?
The older gentleman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember.
You were just checking. Did he have white hair?
Yes.
Did you see his eyes? Did you see the color?
Yes.
Were they blue or no?
No.
Okay, what color?
They're black and white.
Yeah. You know, in these churches, every once in a while, you see that one little angel watching over everything. I don't know if that's him,
Man.
but when he said that, I saw an old man as an angel who does little things and shows up and somehow keeps eye over that for moments like that. Right? Like everyone's dirty, but that one gentleman, you know what I mean?
Yes.
He lit up in the back.
Exactly.
Right?
That's like what the film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Man. Yeah, that's seeing people like that. That's the guy I really want to talk to for sure. It's just, man, it's awesome, bro. Just to see people. There's more people out like that. Because yeah, man, it's the more I talk about it, the more it's making more real to me. It's like all these Hollywood movies about the horror and the dark. They were just training us to see at the wrong things. Those are not demons. Those are not darkness. Like literally, it's like so powerful because like everything that's actually evil and dark is what's taking away your strength, taking away so-called courage, your confidence, your love, everything that takes you away from so much of that light, positiveness. That's what's evil, and it doesn't have
any darkness, any sickness, any weakness,
and there we go. Any sickness, bro.
Any weakness you have is of the devil. Why would God create a weak thing? Stupid.
That's such a massive lie, bro. That we all bought that this weakness is part of our living. It's not.
What if you were created perfect? And what if your life was perfect? And you knew that, and you knew that part of that perfect life, you had to go through the experiences so that at some point, when you had all the experiences, you could actually live. Because you don't know anything about life, right? And the parents didn't teach you. So what if you just went through your life as the perfect plan that it was, knowing that it's getting you exactly where you need to go? And you're supposed to be exactly as you are. Then what? What if you weren't supposed to self-improve? Right? And in order to improve oneself, one would know where they came from, what they're made of, where they're going. How can we know? Right? Just because someone's got a fancier car, they know more? Obviously not true, right? So you were created perfect, right? But you were sold by Adam and Eve. You were given, right? You had a birth certificate, and you are in a very bad place with a lot of bad things going on, okay? As you've been struggling since childhood to be right, right? And every time you were a little bit right, the environment attacked you, as you'll see, okay? So you never had a chance, okay? Until you saw somebody who did it. And that's all I ever wanted to see, someone who did it. Someone did it, I'm going to do it. And it was true. He did it and I did it. And now you're doing it. You do it, I do it, we do it today.
Yeah, man.
Okay? All right. Looks like we're winding down. Anything else? We're going to go to one, so.
Anything else? What I additionally like to say for everyone?
Yeah.
It's this game is the more clear it becomes, the more clear it becomes to me and everyone. It's literally in this world.
Thank you.
In this world, we are perfect, but we were in hell though. It's not heaven. It's not Eden. And everything in this world is trying to keep you from being perfect.
Yep. From being who you are.
Yeah. And that game,
the child of God.
Oh man.
You weren't created by the devil. You were created by God and leased to the devil. You have to release yourself to the light, okay? That's the punishment of your mom and dad, and all the way down to the last mom and dad fucked up. Like if our mom and dad got it right, we would be all right. Right?
Right.
But the curse has been passed down to all he says, all generations, all your children. Right?
Right.
So that was the beginning of the book. Later on, he sends Jesus to take you out. Right? That's the history of this thing. It doesn't go over one day. It's a whole history of people struggling on earth and him giving commandments through different messengers and then still failing. Right? So finally, he sends one that doesn't fail, and a lot of people testify, and here we are, right? But they make it so ridiculous and so absurd, right? So that we just never believe it. If you have to go to the court of law in front of a judge and lawyers and go, I tell the truth. If politicians get sworn in by this, then you and I should definitely not be using this. Look, it's obvious.
Yeah.
They're liars. It's obvious this doesn't mean anything. And this is always what they show on TV.
Talk about how dirty they're trying to make this.
Yeah, so that's like, all right,
What the
whatever,
fuck?
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some kind of Confucius, like just do it because it's the right thing to do, but not have any fucking soul in it, right? However, you're looking physical. Let's look spiritual. Let's say this book is real, right? And we're in hell. It would make sense that Lucifer and his people would make this absurd. You couldn't see it.
Nope.
Right? It makes sense in that way why this would seem so ridiculous. Or for people not to be able to see the words in it, or the fact that Jesus was not a pussy. I keep saying that. Only God that could beat me right now. For real. I know he could beat me. Because when I'm at any moment unsure, I just call on him. And immediately, it's fine. Immediately. You have to fucking experience this one to believe this, right? When unsure, I can call on him. Now, you're welcome to call on him. I can't say you can or you can't. I'm just saying you have so many images in your mind and ideas about him and how it should be and judgments on yourself that I don't know if he's the one showing up. Because a lot of people know Jesus in churches. They've seen him. They've had all the fucking strippers I talk to have seen Jesus at some point. Seriously. They're perfect. I haven't met a non-perfect stripper. Right? Spiritual. Right? Have you? Man, they're so amazing. Right? They're always giving advice. You ask them, hey, you ask them, at some point, if I take it there, at some point, like they say, well, they say, I want to help people, right? At some point. I've had many girls say, right? And then when I ask them, oh, so how do you do that? They say, well, because like I give them advice. And I said, what do you give them advice about? About life. And I'm like, give me an example. And it just goes and then it just gets tongue twisted and tongue twisted and tongue twisted. And I'm really into it. Like, yeah, right. True. Like I tell them about, she says, let's say, a little demon that was with Angel. She's the best one. Yeah, I tell them, that God can save you. And she's saying all this shit, right? I say, do you say this to men or women? She goes, both. I said, so, how did I get to it? So she says all that, right? And then I go like this, look at where you are. I go, you find the filthiest people on earth here right now. I go, you're telling me you working here in your underwear, rubbing on men's dicks, getting scared, but getting angry at the same time, right? I say, you're telling me that you're giving advice to people when you work in filth? I'm not like everybody. I'm here doing God's work, she told me. Fuck. That went somewhere really good for me. Not good for her, but we don't.
Yeah.
It was awesome. Fucking lie. Great. Don't correct them right away. Don't get into that conversation.
Yeah.
All right, but let the ego speak for a while when it's speaking in front of you. Yeah, and just wow. Right? And then you have it. Don't fight it right away. Yeah. Okay. All right. Anything else, Gio? Gio.
Oh, that's all I got.
How long would it, thank you. How long would it take for you to cut out the piece? I started talking about Cristalli and I ended talking about Cristalli. How long would it take to have that? By what time for sure I could have it? Whatever time you think I can have it. Before 5? Okay, good. All right. All right. Anything else, guys? 5 minutes. Could end it.
For
Yes.
myself, the realization that it's been, and this has been developing ever since I had that moment that me and Zay and Octavio fist bumped in Bellagio the other day. And it's just the nature of secrets and having secrets about your condition or what you're experiencing and how that accumulates.
Yeah.
And it becomes so much more than it was in the beginning. It was like you were saying with Sultan earlier, where it's like it'll become anger or something, but the frustration becomes anger. It's like somebody said to me the other day about like a gateway drug or something.
I'd like to say something about the word secret that would give you its soul a little bit better. Every time you hear the word secret, think of a lock. on a box.
Mhm.
Okay, it locks. Well, to hold a secret, something has to be locked. Right. Be aware of that.
Yeah, and it's not. I don't mean in the sense of like, saying someone's business to someone else, like
No.
kind of secret.
No.
It's like what you're going through or what you're experiencing.
Yeah.
And to hide that.
Yeah, exactly. The
is
hiding of it.
Because it's a delusion. It's like, and it was like I was saying, it was like in that moment that I had with Zay and Octavio, I don't know if they perceived it, but I perceived that I was being fake in the interaction with them. I was controlling my facial expression.
Did you perceive it as being fake? I'm curious. Do you remember the moment he's saying or no? Any of you? And what was your impression of him? What about you? What are you listening to? Oh, okay. All right. So you said, go ahead.
Yeah. So I just in a few, we only pinged just a couple sounds off each other. It was just
Yeah.
a greeting and like, how's it going?
Yeah.
But I just perceived,
Octavio's off fake ass.
yeah.
What's up, fake ass? I'll see you in the club. Go ahead.
So I just saw that the authenticity wasn't there, and so, reflecting on that since then, it's happened in, I'm nipping it in the butt before
Nice.
it happens,
I'm seeing it.
right? And so just very similar to the reality show that we do, or the private moment, or those kind of things, where it's like that the fakeness versus authenticity, you get to measure what is it like to express oneself, kind of thing,
Yeah.
and.
To express yourself
Yeah.
honestly,
And that's
honestly, right?
And
I mean, that, my friend,
Mhm.
he goes like that.
Exactly.
Like, you look at the greatest martial artist that ever lived in an interview with the fucking White Devil, that one was, right? That's the White Devil. Bruce Lee, when asked about being a superstar and movie star and dangerous, he's like, it's not that. He goes, ultimately, all forms of martial arts lead to oneself. Now, I could do a flowery move here and impress you with some technique, or I could, okay, big man in charge, or I could, whatever. He goes, but to express oneself honestly, not lying to oneself, that, my friend, and you see the light in the guy, that. I don't remember how he ends it. Whew. And that's what he's saying.
Right. And I see how keeping the secret or trying, first of all, I mean, you might fool some people, but you can't fool yourself. Like you
can't fool God.
And that's the thing. It's
or the devil. He's right there.
It's a secret that you're trying to keep from God. That,
remember, God and devil, or angels and demons, are right there.
Right.
The moment you move, one moves in.
Exactly.
That's why you don't want to take a wrong step, because we talked about it yesterday. There's spirits without bodies. Everything good? Yeah. Uh-oh. Did you take off your shirt? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, that's odd.
Yeah.
It was 2:30 she's supposed to be.
2:30. She's here at 1.
I'll go do that.
What were we talking about? We're talking about devils or something, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
To the devil.
Talking to the ding ding.
One of the malls is 2.5 hours early.
Jeez.
Go ahead. She figured that out wrong.
So, just the nature of keeping a secret and trying to manipulate everyone else's view of you, control their view of you by, and the effort it takes to hold your face, to hold your voice a certain way, to hold your body so that the secret doesn't get out. Because it'll get, if you feel like, so.
Everything you said, just so you know, was very important. Listen, he said this is very important. Listen. All those who have the ears to hear it, because it's going to be very advanced, because he's very advanced. He just picks up something, and I know, just like that insect. Let me tell you what he said to those who can hear it. He said, you have to, the message, if I'm wrong, then
sure.
Okay. He said that you have to, the message would be to pretend to be something you're not, right? Or present yourself in a way where you're not. As you were saying that sentence, that's exactly the devil's game. He has to make it look like it's not, and it takes effort. That's why any effort to move, Lucifer, is exerting effort that you see something different than what is. It's exact structure you gave is what on a really low level is happening. Not the deepest, but that was very important for everybody to hear it, right? For that reason, when we shift in any direction to make it look like it's not, even when you're being nice or polite, that's actually one of his main sentences that I give people. He would be using that everywhere to make it look like it's not what it is, it's something else. So the moment we exert effort to do that, we are literally right on the sentence that he uses somehow. That's very important to get rid of the effort to do anything, because he's trying with effort not be seen literally. He's literally trying to shift even a breath or a smile, anything that shifts so you can't fully see it is actually his whole game, is to slightly alter it this way or this. Just so that's why I said the pendulum can move a little bit, even hold center, because his movement is with a sentence is to make it not visible and slightly alter it where it's true, not fully true. And that's what he's speaking about. When it doesn't have to be that big or whatever, but when you just are trying to shift it so people don't see it slightly or they see it slightly different, that is what he does. That's his command to all the demons. Go out there and make it look different. Give them just enough truth in all the shows so that they know it's real, but then divert it. All you need to do is divert it. Here's what he would tell them. All you need to do is divert it slightly, because that little diversion, if they attempt to exercise a demon by saying, what is your name, demon? What is your business with that? Just so you know, you never talk to a demon. I am a true exorcist of God. I'll show you every day, okay? I can guarantee you this. Every show, because I've been watching, you should never, ever, ever, not ever, have any conversation with the devil. He rebukes him. He's the greatest. I'm second. So you cannot. So when you see the exorcist and all that shit, there's a lot of, oh, wow, wow, wow. And now something's happening to your friend or whatever, and you go, what's your name, blah, blah, blah. And guess what will happen? I promise you this will happen. The person will calm down. And that's just a shift inside. But now the one doing that got it. This one will go home, and when they try to sleep, images of the exorcist. Then they go and they pick up the Bible. There's a demon in there. Come from there. And they go to the passage and they go, dear Lord, Psalm, whatever, right? Lord is my Savior, Lord is my strength. They're saying that, but they're in fear. And they're not there. What's happening now is they're actually not reading it. Man, I'm telling you, it's a slight shift on the truth. And you're walking it, and you remember, and you go, oh, boom. That's a very big deal, at least for me.
Yeah.
I have the ears to hear it, so please continue. Yeah.
Revelations.
Yeah.
Talking about it.
Okay, I think the girls are here. Let me tell them almost. Okay, go ahead. Wrap it up.
Yeah, I mean, I could
Wow.
go on and on about that, but that just, and that's been very healing for my girl, and the other girls will get it. And
That's been very healing for my girl and the other girls that get it. That's how a man speaks in a relationship. Who wouldn't be honored to be a woman under him if that's his realization on himself and he just gave him the light? It would be an honor to be a girl under him if he stays in that all the time. Do you hear what he said? They weren't involved, but they weren't involved.
No.
That means you have true love for them and you want them to get better. And that's why they should listen to you, not argue with you. Because in the moment of your own realization, you said they were better.
That's amazing. Maybe on 5 o'clock class with you.
Yeah, please, let's go. Go ahead. I talk to a lot of people really good, but when him and I talk, don't blink. Because we move really fast. I always say, his spaceship is so fast. He was looking at what everybody was looking at. But the moment he said the sentence, I know, as you see, I'm like, wait, that's what I would say as the devil to them. This is what I would tell all my troops to do. This would be a major command. If they flunked on this, I would put them in another hell after that. This cannot go away. You go out, you change perception, slightly alter it, add effort in the emotion or thought. If they handle the thought, you got them. If they handle the emotion, they got them. All you need to do is get that man to not have faith in God. And the way you do that is make him move towards something that he wants. That is such a big command that if not followed as a primary commandment of the devil, that demon would be betraying this devil of them. It's a execution of that. You get it? It's a very, as an army, that would be what the soldiers would have to go do on earth. Wow. Right? Because he's going through the same thing, but he's going, where'd you get that sentence from? Right? Where did you get those words from to describe what everybody's been describing at a command level? Different. Right? What he said is, in my world of communication, is called a command level communication. And that's what I got it. He was talking, he's about to give an order. That was an order. Not from him, and not right now, but I caught the order. Literally the order given to the darkness. Thank you. We will be better tonight.
For sure.
Bro,
Man,
this is a spiritual war, and I am fighting for the good guys. And I'm really doing nothing else. And I took a 2-hour break last night. And it was great. It was great. It was so great on so many levels. Our room last night, in my room, was awesome. There was another witness there. Electra, are you still listening?
Yes.
Is there anything you remember, boom, bump in the night that would be in your memory that you would say? You were in the same room last night. If you don't remember, that's fine. If you do, say this was the room last night while I was on my break. But the moment I came out of my break, go ahead. What were some boom, boom, bumps that were in the night last night? You're all dealing with this. Go ahead.
So it was completely black. He had turned off all the lights, and it sounded like a door had opened or closed.
Where?
Like in the room.
In the room. While the door is closed and locked. Not outside. In the room, a door opens and you hear it. She hears it. What else did you experience last night? Not experience what I experienced, but she's saying what she experienced. Okay, what else did you experience? That would be cool ghost story.
Well, you went to go out to turn off the AC or turn down the AC or something like that. And the door handle lit up like it was like a flash.
When I touched the door handle,
yeah.
What happened around the door? What did you see with your human eyeballs? It's pitch black, guys. I go to turn off the AC or whatever. In the pitch black, there is no lights. I touch the door handle. And look at, did you see that? What did you see?
The door handle flashed, and then like a bright light, and then I could like see you all of a sudden because it was dark.
Okay, so what I saw is around the door, the lights came on. That's what she saw, right? He was here. I was touching the door. I saw the lights on the door come on. And did you see that? Right when I touched it, she saw the door lit up and me in light suddenly, right? Did you experience anything else that you remember?
Just a lot of like really great moments, but as far as something out of the ordinary like that, yeah, that's all I remember.
On that, okay. Yeah, it was, thank you. It was everywhere, right? When I was on my break. But that was a different kind of thing. Because I've been living on a 24-hour straight, every word sentence coming in, I can do it, and I can, right? Taking that break, especially with someone I care about so much, who won't be able to handle it right now. Being in break and then wanting to handle, but then having faith that this is a break. I am protected. All these things, as things light up, and right? Then I know break time is over. and then things change again. Do you remember anything about that or no? When I said, all right.
Yeah. So I remember you saying break time is over and something about shifting or something. Like, I don't remember. You were like, okay, I'm going to now like become a monster or something of that.
All right. That's just my imagination. Right?
Okay. But I
So-
felt you change. Like it was very perceivable by me.
Was I getting up and moving around that moment?
No. I
What
could
was I
just feel
doing?
you were just
What was
laying.
I was just laying and you perceived the change?
Yeah. And I felt it like increasing and growing, and then it kind of like stabilized at that. And yeah, I think I fell asleep soon after that. But
Right after that. Right after that. And then you woke up and said, I don't remember anything about last night.
yeah,
It
it was so it was so weird. I was like, I don't remember anything about the night, like nothing. But I felt really good, but I couldn't like tell you what went on. It was really interesting.
Okay, so now that's my girlfriend of 18 years, right? Wouldn't you like to have a relationship where you could actually have these experiences and you're both okay? And it shows her that something else is going on as she's starting to see it. That there's a reason don't talk to guys. There's a reason cover your butt, ladies. There's a reason don't have men on your Instagram. There's a reason don't listen to that music. There's a reason don't go there. There's an act. What if there's an actual reason and it becomes perceivable so clearly? This is, if you're in this room, what you just heard, just like always, she was the first girlfriend I had. And that has been the model for the relationship, right? So what you're hearing now is going to be your experience times a billion. Because how fun, right? And then for her to be cool. But here, doors opening in the night and me turning into a monster, whatever that means, while I'm laying there. And then for her to fall asleep peacefully. Do you recall any time waking up and me being fully awake or no?
Yes. I was like, I remember thinking, because I was like tired when I would wake up in the middle of the night, and you were just like fully in it, like talking to me like it was midday. And I was like, wait,
It
what?
was like this. It was like this. It was like my energy was as such, correct?
Yes.
It could have been 2, 3, 4 a.m. It would be around there. She woke up a few times, and this, I was in it. You understand? I've been telling you, the work of this guy is 24 hours a day. But now I also understand why I have girlfriends and multiple girlfriends, because everybody needs a break. On the 7th day, the Lord rested. Okay? But also, Jesus showed up and ate on the 7th day. So if you got to do your work, you got to do your work, right? Right? You remember that. I mean, what if you were experiencing this? Right? What if suddenly your girl says later, I don't know, I felt or saw or knew or something, your wings. You just got my imagination. That's a great relationship, right? Where you could finally be yourself around the girl. Damn. All right. Well, that was so fun. It's going to be one of the most miraculous nights we've ever had for everybody who's hearing these words right now, even you. Got it? Pay attention. Don't blink today. Okay? If you've heard everything today, you can be sure, no matter what you're thinking right now, you can be sure that you have angels with you. But they're a special kind of angel today. They're the kinds that can turn into black widows. They're the kinds you need right now. Okay? And those are my gifts passed on, the gift that I got. Right? That's why I'll show up tomorrow and do it again. So bring some fake preachers. Okay? All right. Thank you. All glory to God. Amen. That's it. What a beautiful stream.